What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, it's another day, another vibe, another drippy Deke session as well. Shout out to the thermal underneath. I like the layered action. Bro, the consistency. I love it. Love it, man. Love it.
Yeah, do what I can.
You know? Yeah, man. But, trying to think, man. All is well. In the non-chaotic, everything is not okay type of way, but everything is a vibe. So, yeah, man.
Talk about G, inside the park home run.
Bruh, salute the little guy, man. Salute the little guy. Yeah, man. Put the little vid up there on the YouTube, man. And little man loves all the comments. He's wanted to let you guys know. I want to relay that message. He says he really appreciates all of the positive energy. But yeah, man, it was pretty cool, man, to be able to catch him.
That looked like a clean one too. That wasn't like
wasn't
you
no
hit
janky.
a grounder and
Yeah.
dude misses the throw first. They missed the
Right,
throw over
right.
to third.
No, it wasn't that, man. He caught a little alley and he took off. But it was pretty cool for me because earlier in the game, he actually was struggling. And it was good to see him have to like battle back, get his mind right, handle some adversity. I was like, all right, okay. And I started laughing because he actually the up bat before he low key like he didn't strike out, but he kind of like got a piece of it, ended up getting thrown out going to first. He was like super pissed because it never happens to him, right? So he comes to the sideline into the dugout. He doesn't want to look to where I'm at. Usually he's smiling, eyeballing me the whole time like, Dad, you peep me? So I'm like, okay, he ain't even gonna look over. I'm like, dang, what's up with this? Okay, I like this though. My man hit that inside the park home run. Deke came over that, Dad, hey, you see that? You see it? I'm like, yes, I did, son. Yes, I did. But no, man, it was a proud moment, man. Yeah, I like it though, bro. I like it, man.
You take him out for ice cream after.
Yeah. It was like mandatory. It was like, you know what, son, if you're going to do this, then sure, we will go get you what, if you want ice cream, we'll get you ice cream. You want a slushie? He big on 7-Eleven. He loves like Slurpees. So that's his like thing. I want to go get me a Slurpee. I'm like, all right, we got you there, man. But yeah, man, he took care of business though, man. It was good, man. It was good. Yeah, man, he's in a good little space right now. So that part was vibing. That was good. Everything else is cool, man. I'm trying to, yeah. Oh, actually. I ain't even go there. No. All good.
We got to hear it.
I know, right? Isn't
Let's
that
hear
like
it.
mandatory when you bring it up and you say you're not going to do it, you got to do it?
Yeah.
So, we did have prom this weekend. And we didn't get a chance to talk, me and you, on Monday because everything was going crazy with the computer before the show started.
Right.
But man, our chat, baby, they get after it, bro. They are pretty crazy at times. Lord. But yeah, man, I started to come in here with a little jar of mayonnaise because I had posted a picture, obviously the prom pictures with KK, her date and her friends. And yeah, man, it was like this whole thread on the post about mayonnaise and, why we like mayonnaise and why my daughter only associates with mayonnaise. It was the craziest. I'm like, bro, are we for real right now? They done called Shonda 100% mayonnaise. She's like, actually, I'm 50%. Don't deny me my credit. And then KK was like, well, actually, I'm only 25%, but I get it. And yeah, they was like, well, the Pops, he only loved mayonnaise. I was like, dang, bro, like, this is crazy. All from the picture. Yeah, it was like the whole like thread. I'm like, dang, go on. So it was just caught me off guard. And I was going to ask you, I was like, Deke, man, like, you know me, bro. Like, you don't never see me rock with no mayonnaise like that, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a true dude, baby. I stay real with it. And I'm equal opportunity with how I spread it around. So I just wanted to get your opinion on it. And am I, like, out of the culture? Am I all one side now? Or do I have some versatility, some diversity with this day, man? Because the way it made me... Look, man, they brought it to me. I was like, dang, maybe I am. Maybe I got a blind spot here.
Wait, so what exactly are they saying?
They saying that, since I made it to the professional level, that we've forgotten about. Yeah. We've moved out of that place. They were like, oh, yeah, you see the pictures? No. I'm like, y'all got that from a prom picture. I was just in shock. I'm like, a prom picture told y'all all of that? Like, Deke, they done told us we done moved into the most mayonnaise, like the school mayonnaise, or we associate mayonnaise, or we got it. I'm like, bro, what? If like I said, if it was just like one or two, I'm like, cool. But it was like a whole little thread. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But I didn't get a chance to talk to you about that because obviously, the computer went crazy. So I wanted to because you've been around for a while. I value your opinion, okay? You've been around for multiple years. You've been around my family for multiple years, man. Do I have a blind spot? Is that what it is, truly? Like, I didn't think that was the case. I thought I did a good job bouncing both,
Right.
I don't know, but that was what, what was brought up, and I thought maybe I was missing something, man. Yeah, bro. I was just shocked, though.
Hey, what's wrong with white people?
I thought the same thing. I was like, what's wrong with that one way or the other, right? I said, if everybody cool. But I was like, was I like too far one way or the other? Like, I got a random text that night too. It's like,
that's funny.
Yo, they said, yo, rock with the car. I'm like, bro, what is going? I'm like, bro, what? I say, yo, what have I done to start getting these type of attacks coming on me? I done got a little warm. I'm gonna take my jacket off, man.
What I like to think is good people are good people, right?
That's what I like to think as well, If you're a cool person, you're a cool person. I personally don't like mayonnaise or Miracle Whip, but I like people. And if people treat me nice and make me feel good, I don't typically have an issue with them, But that was what they was bringing up. I was like, dang, I really was surprised, bro. Really was surprised.
Damn.
Yeah. But I guess I just didn't get a chance to talk to you about it because everything was taking place on Monday. Since then, it's still been chaotic. It's been like, yo, I went to the dealership this morning. That was chaos. Get the car back. That's chaos. Like, it's been one thing after another. So I was just like, yo.
Did you have a car crash or something?
No. Bro, I'm literally driving back from Mother's Day brunch and out the blue. Check engine light. I'm just like, it's one of them days, Yeah. So then when you talk about Monday and everything happened then, and then it's like so forth. So it's been like a everyday something. So I feel like something dope about to happen. Because you know what they say, when you start having these little like things holding you back, trying to knock you off your pivot, that means you got something dope in line coming up. So I'm just looking forward to whatever that dope situation is because boy, it's been testing to hold me out. But then I was like, yo, let me go to the YouTube for a little chill. And yeah, I was like, oh, Lord, y'all over here get crazy over here. God, dog, man.
People are bringing up OJ.
Oh, Lord, see?
Ryan McPherson says Kanye style.
Oh, Lord, see? I'm not black, I'm OJ. All right, okay? I get it. I was like, man, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you do. I said, Deke, if we stay in the area where I grew up at, then they going to say you're John Morant, you're supposed to get up out of there, you made the money, change your life. I was like, if I stay up, and I make it out and I do it one way, I do it the way I'm doing it, then they say, hey, man, you done forgot where you came from. You done moved out, man. This is bad for the coach. I was like, yo, it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy. But I was glad I got you on my life, Deke. You make it all better, okay, buddy? You make it all better. Jeez. But for the record, I love barbecue sauce and hot sauce, splash of ketchup, all right? Just for the record. Deke has seen me numerous times. He's never seen me anything mayo or Miracle Whip, all right? Just for the record to let it reflect. So, with that being the case, man, I've got all I needed to get off my chest, Deke. I feel a lot better now that I've had a chance to low-key vent and kind of subtly put it out there like, hey, bro, wifey is actually 50%. Let's throw that out there. Her dad is black. Okay, let's throw it out there. Not like it matters.
I was going to say,
you already know this.
She was 100% white.
It wouldn't matter.
No.
I'm like, I've dated... My mother-in-law's 100% white. What's the difference, man? It doesn't matter. It does not matter, bro. All right, there we go. I was about to say, I was like, we're not going to go there. Okay, we'll go this route. All right? But it doesn't matter, bro. I'm with you, man. I am with you. Okay?
Damn, dude.
So, yeah, bro. Craziness.
So that's on your mind right now.
It was because I had time to actually sit here after all. So there's the other part, Deke. Car situation was going nuts this morning. So then I had to, like, redo all of the OBS stuff because of Monday. I'm in here. Okay. I'm like, bro.
I noticed that everything works.
I had to redo everything one at a time, Deke. It's been a day. It's been a day, baby. All right. So yes, I have had time to think about that mayonnaise comment, and that's why I wanted to bring it in on the front end of this thing. All right. So yeah, there we go. All right. All is well. All is well. So, is there anything on your mind before we get going?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring up a random fact or something here,
Talk
but
crazy
I think that was good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Sure?
I think we'll save it
because that was my random fact.
I think that's good.
I don't just like mayonnaise. Okay, I spread it all around. All right, and there we have it. Okay, yeah. Boom. All right. So with that being the case, let's start the show like how we always do. because we do got plenty we're going to talk about today, man. We got to react to some of this Rookie Minicamp news that was coming out, man. Some of the players that we did sign, did get a chance to go back, cut a little bit more tape on them, man, so give you a lot better analysis on them. Then, obviously, we got TG pulling up 5 o'clock, man, chopping up with him for a few as well. So, let's start it out, man. Drop in the comment section where you are tuning in from so we can start today's show the way that we always do. But make sure y'all go hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so just yet. And don't forget the notification bell so you do not miss when we go live. All right.
We got White Spider Incorporated.
See, now why you had to start with that one? We've been talking about mayonnaise. We've been talking about how the culture and all this other stuff and how I done moved out the hood. And, you know, and you're going to start with white mayonnaise, really? Or what would you say his name was? It was white something. What'd you say it was again?
Mayonnaise. White Spider.
White Spider. You see, because the mayonnaise is in my mind right now. So White Spider Incorporated. That's what you had to go with. You couldn't go with black or orange or yellow or red or purple or any other color. That's the one you want. This is crazy. Deep crazy. Ay, ay, ay.
Mr. Malvo. Ayo. 562. Checking in as always.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
We also got John Easton. 412. Crafting.
Shout out.
Hashtag ditch the Mitch.
Ooh, we not digging on Mitch no more? Dang, that's crazy. We brought back Mason. They said, forget you, Mitch. Won't like you no more.
They want to save that money.
Jeez, it's all about saving a dollar, even if it costs you productivity. I get it, though.
Blink the Batuse.
Yeah.
412, Oakland.
Okay. Respect.
Back 412s.
I like it.
President Nitty, 419, as always. Sincerely, Deke's bought with veggies.
Shout out to Deke's bot and definitely shout out to the veggies.
Dylan Elder, the 813, beautiful Tampa, Florida. Love y'all.
Hey, man, I love you too, man. We appreciate you tapping in with us from the heart.
We got Big Earn, 772 from the 252, but in 757. Windsor, Virginia, getting loaded.
Let's get it. Shout out to Windsor too, boy. You out there. Let's get it. I like that.
X-Concepts, Mike P. 724, Claridge, PA. Glad to be here, Moats and Deke. Thank you for having me.
No, I respect and salute you, baby. Salute you.
Lifted Ones, 916 in the house. I eat mayo on my pizza. It's delicious, but damn the coleslaw.
Mayo on pizza. I've heard of ranch and blue cheese. I never heard the mayo. That's different.
Yeah, ranch is pretty good.
All right. I don't do ranch. They're just adding to my badness, huh? No mayo, no ranch. I'm just going downhill, huh?
No.
Jeez.
I'm a fan of ranch. I like a lot of buffalo stuff, so you got to combine the buffalo with the ranch.
What'd you say? You like a lot of what?
Buffalo flavored stuff.
Buffalo?
Buffalo wings.
Just buffalo. It's cool. You like buffalo.
No.
It's nothing wrong with buffalo. There's nothing wrong with it. You like wings. You like the sauce. You like it. It's okay. It's nothing wrong with it, man.
No.
You would fit in buffalo. I'm just throwing it out there. You would really fit in buffalo.
I don't know about that. Brandon Clark, 540, Roanoke, Virginia.
Shout out to Roanoke, man.
Out on the back patio drinking some claws, watching the show.
Hey, salute you, baby. Let's ride.
Nick White, 918, Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's everyone smoking on?
Whew. Well, let's see. What was I on earlier today? What did I get on today? I was on the Shade today. Yeah, because I had just finished up my Ricky Williams. Yeah. So I was on my Shade. I'm back on my Shade today. So that's what I'm on. Hopefully you on some fire.
Robert Bennett, 757, Hampton U, graduated.
Hey, man, salute you, baby. Let's ride. Oh, I'm glad you said just graduated, Deke. There was something else I needed to get off my chest.
He said NBA coming soon, too.
He said NBA coming here?
No, NBA, like Masters.
Oh, NBA. I just said NBA coming soon. I was like, coming where? NBA? No. Salute you for that, though, man. Big time salute. But yeah, Deke, man, I had two things that when you just said he graduated, reminded me of something, man. So I'm at a signing yesterday, Deke.
Okay.
And it's a young kid that's working with the Steelers. He just got hired. And I'm like, all right, man, you knew. Like, we rapping, just catching up. So we talking. He's like, yeah, I'm from this place called Bradford. I'm like, Bradford? I'm like, man, I heard of Bradford. I was like, I actually been to Bradford one time when I was in Buffalo with the Bills. They drove me out there to their school. It's like an hour away. Went and spoke and all this. He was like, dude, I was in middle school. You came to my school and spoke.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, I just graduated college. And then I felt super duper old again. Because I'm just like, bro, I really spoke to you when you was in middle school. And now you're graduating college. And here we are. You're working. And this is like, I just feel old. Then I go to pick up my daughter, right? My middle girl. And this one really took the cake, Deke. She says, yeah, Dad, there's this kid in my class. He's pretty cool. He's a big history buff. I was like, oh, yeah? Well, what does he love? She said he loves to study the 90s. I was like, is the 90s really considered history? Like,
yeah,
it doesn't seem like it's history to me. I feel like that's normal. Like, I don't say history is the 90s. I say it's like the 60s, the 50s, 30s. You know what I mean? The 90s?
I get you. I mean, I still think the 70s are 30 years ago.
She dead serious.
Or the 80s 20 years ago. But yeah, we're old. I mean, we were just talking about Big Ben with Batch, and he was talking about Ben's rookie year, 04. I mean, that's 20 years ago.
Is it? Yo!
So that's 20 years ago. 19 if you want to be exact.
Deke, she said he's a history buff. He loves the 90s. When she was even explaining it to me, it still wasn't even processing that they thought that was old. She was like, yeah, he said this like it's from the 90s. I was like, oh, that ain't bad. That's cool. And I was like, oh, that's like not a good thing. It's like an old thing. It's totally threw me off, Deke. Totally threw me off. So that's it's just been one thing after the other right now, man. But we're gonna keep pushing through, baby. We're gonna keep pushing through.
Yeah.
Dang, the 90s are really history though, bro. Is it really?
I guess everything is. If you really want to look at it, as time goes on, like the intro to this podcast today is already history.
Right, but you wouldn't call it history though, right? You would just say it just passed, not like it's history. Like if I turn on the History Channel and they talking about the 90s, I'm gonna be like, whoa, like chill. You feel me? Like history.
I could see them doing a doc on the 90s on the History Channel.
Oh God, are we there already?
Yeah.
No way we're already there, bro.
Yeah.
We're not already there, Deke. I refuse to believe that we're already there, man. Can I get another decade, please, before we say the 90s is history?
No, I think we're there.
Oh, my gosh,
I
man.
definitely think we're there.
Oh, gosh, man. This is craziness. This is crazy. All right. Well, I guess I'll let this old guy keep going on then. All right. Well, let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Supers.
Yeah, man. I think we got a couple in here. Then after that, man, we'll tap into this first topic, man, because I do want to chop up about some of these minicamp dudes, man.
Yo, Young, if we sign Arieza, you know he'll be Moats' fave. But what, it'd be between him and Levi? Competition?
I mean, you know, Levi is my favorite. I don't know if you guys know that. You know, I just love his whole NFL start and his transition. I think it's been the perfect career. I love it. I see a lot of myself in his career, actually, man. I see a lot of me there. I like it. You know? Buffalo guy. Came over. Pittsburgh guy now. Half blood, full blood combo. That's a good situation for him, man. Yeah.
I guess it'd be, Arieza would be following that in a way. You'd be following that, just without the allegations, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's what they say.
No allegations. You don't have any of those.
Kind of good on that one.
But the theory of going from Buffalo to Pittsburgh, and I guess actually he didn't even play in Buffalo, so
he was drafted.
Yeah, I guess a little bit of a different path.
Yeah, I
guess you guys were both drafted, right?
Innocent, yes. I just
both innocent. You don't have allegations on you.
Just keep me away from it, please. I don't even want my name brought up around it. That's no offense, but just just trying to stay over here. I don't even go to the parties like that. All right, I'm good. Okay, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, those are the similarities. I'm both drafted by Buffalo.
Yeah, just leave it at that. Yep.
And then if you got picked up by the Steelers, you both became Steelers, both innocent.
And there we have.
There you
and
go.
we just leave it at that, and we'll move on. Yep.
Young Shad 101 gifted 5 Arthur Moats memberships.
No, man. Shout out to Young Shad, man. Shout out, man.
He's the one that started that Bills petition.
Oh, trust me, man. I got him plugged in today because, hold on, before you even shout out his members. Should we show? Actually, I got the petition fired up, Deke. I got it ready this time, man. Okay. All right. So, Young Shad, this is what he ultimately sent in the other day that I could not get figured out, but I finally got it figured out. He has his Buffalo Bills beef petition, okay? So, for everybody that is considering not rocking with the Bills, this is the petition for you to sign. You see it's a comment located or a section for you to put your hatred towards the Bills, okay? If you have to sign it, you better stamp it twice. Print it and sign it to make sure it's authentic with the date, okay? But that is the Bills petition for all those non-Bills lovers. But I know it's not going to be a lot of y'all that's going to rock with it because everybody in this chat, minus Young Shad, loves both squads because we're one big happy family. What would Mr. Rogers want? And what would DeMar Hamlin want? Okay? That's how we're going to think of the Bills and the Steelers. Okay? They're all a part of the same family. All right? Yeah, you need them. Like in the same ecosystem, you know? Yeah. Yeah.
I can't see it.
No, it's like lions and hyenas. They're friends because they work together, but they're both competitive.
I thought they were enemies.
No.
Where's the Fisher Momentum?
No.
He knows all about that.
No. They're actually friends. Okay? They're friends. It's just at times their relationship can be a little complex. Okay?
Young Shad runs it back again, says, hey, Moats, we both got something in common. Both of our sons play baseball.
Let's
Wish
go.
my little man luck this Saturday.
Hey, no, I salute you, man. Big time salute you, baby. I like that, man. Yeah, that's major, man. That is major. It's something about, man, watching your little one play too, bro. Like, it's a good little vibe, man. I like it, man.
Kenneth Moses, do you think we traded the wrong QB when we traded Dobbs?
What happened?
Well, we got him back anyway.
Yeah.
When we traded him to the Jaguars. Now we let him walk in free agency for the Browns.
Yeah, but he did come back to us. And then even this...
He's probably talking about Dobbs versus Mason.
In terms of right now?
No, I was fine with Mason over Dobbs.
Yeah, I was too. I think both are just different and at different stages in their career right now. Dobbs had a familiarity with Cleveland because he was there before. So in terms of him returning back to Cleveland, that was a familiar and easy thing for him. Whereas for Mason, he hasn't been on any other roster just yet. So he doesn't have that same type of familiarity to be able to go out and even sign somewhere else. So ultimately, that's what led him back here. But yeah, I don't think that we signed the wrong QB or traded the wrong QB. I just think at that time it made sense. I mean, Dobbs was here, yeah, because Dobbs was here first, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. The other Jacob says you actually have forced him to want to sign the petition.
No, he didn't.
He says, see, I was fine leaving the petition alone, but now
didn't.
Since you said we all fans of both teams, I got to go sign it now.
See, nope. That's negative energy. We're all positive energy, okay, guys? We are positive people. So I know that each and every one of you are going to sign it to ultimately refute it. You're going to put up there where it says comment, I love both. That's all you put. Or ILB, because that's what the cool kids do now. Everything is like, it's abbreviated. All right, so we just put ILB, so I love both, and we'll be good, all right? And I'll take care of all the rest of the stuff. All right, look, I fill in everybody else's stuff. Don't worry about that. Just put your name up there. I'll put the comments and stuff, okay? Just trust me on this one, man. Trust my judgment. No, I got y'all. Yeah.
Young Shad 101 says, hey, like the video if you want to be in the petition.
Whoa. Wait a minute. We're sending mixed messages here now, all right? We want you to like the video, yes. We're not referring to this petition as a negative, though, okay? We're not going to do that. But like the video, please do that, yes. The petition, I'm going to have to alter it a little bit, all right? But I like where it's starting. In terms of the color, it was a beautiful colorway. The colorway was dope. The logo was beautiful. We got to work on some of the letters and where they were placed at, change some of the HATE.
I think he should have put like a big red X over the Bills logo.
No, I think that's doing way too much. You know what I mean? For the branding purposes.
He probably could have done it. If he had enough savvy to make that petition, he probably could have went to Photoshop and done something like that.
You don't got to do all that, though, man. You doing too much, man. It was beautiful with the beautiful Bills logo at the top, and he should have just left it at that. Like I said, I'm a Photoshop. You know me, Deke. I done learned some stuff hanging around you. I'm going to alter this thing up. It's going to look real nice next time y'all see it with a lot of signatures and names. I'm just throwing it out there, okay? So I got y'all.
We got Steeler Nation on fire saying interracial relationships in couples are now more common nowadays.
This is, I can see that. I can see it. I can't speak for everybody else. I know I've been enjoying my interracial marriage for going on 12 years now. Okay, all is well. All right. Yeah, and she's 50%. Just throwing that out there once again. Okay, so she could, because they be trying to forget that part of her. She be like, hold on, man, put some respect on my side. I got you, boo. My soul sister. You better stop playing. Come here, boo. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so it's all good, man.
I'd like to think people should be striving to be with someone that treats them with respect, no matter what. Yeah. No matter the race. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Do they make and Deke, you're a true tester. You've said this before. You say, you don't care where the love comes from, as long as it's love, man. You have said that when we were talking about finding the love of Deke and the potential of a dating show for Deke. Just know, the longer he goes, as long as he ain't married, it's always potential. All right? For the love of Deke, he done cleaned up the cut. You see, all right, eating his vegetables and stuff now. That's how it all starts. That's how it all starts, man.
Martell Pack has joined the upper room.
Shout out to Martell Pack and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Gorilla Mode, same people wanting to trade Mason will be the ones complaining if we need Mason. Or same people wanting to trade Mitch will be the ones complaining if we need Mason to win games. One right. Fluke injury to KP and our season will be over.
You're right, bro. You're right, man. And that's always my thing. Regardless of position, more so when we talk about the cutting costs or saving costs mindset, you have to be careful with that mindset. Yes, you want to save money because of the salary cap, but at the same time, you do have to have a proper balance of having just some higher end insurance, man. Even if it costs a little more and maybe we feel like, oh man, we could have got this over here, you still need that type of policy because literally all these guys that we love are one play away, man. And if they do happen to go down, well, now, our season could potentially go down into the tube. So that's the one thing, like I would just continue to say, man, whether it pertains to Mitch or any of these other guys that have a little bit higher salary or ticket price, but maybe don't have the same level of production or role that we once thought they should have, you still got to be careful with how you determine, who stays on this roster and who doesn't, because you don't want to get caught, a little less than ready with that cupboard a little empty. And right now, we're not going to have a lot of matches where we feel like a team has more talent than us and more depth than us. That's the beautiful part. So I'm like, we don't need to do a lot of altering and messing with that, man.
If Mason wanted to come back, I see no problems here. Yeah. I see no way how you could hate on us signing Mason Rudolph.
And it had to be mutual. That's the other part. It's not like Mason can sign himself. So there had to be mutual interest. That had to mean that Coach T and this organization still see something in Mason and they still feel like he can help this team be better, because otherwise, why would you waste a spot on a quarterback that you don't feel like is ever going to play? That's not the case. You bring him in here because you think he can at least come in here and give you something. He can compete for depth or potentially be a guy that is a next man up candidate. That's just how Coach Tomlin, constructs that roster and stuff like that. So it's clearly both sides. They felt that it made the most sense. For Mason, you test your market. It's not there. Could it have been potential suitors out there? Who knows? But either way, he came back here. And for the Steelers, they could have been like, bro, we got Tanner Morgan. We done gave him your number. Leave us alone. We're good. But they also said, nah, man, we'll take you back. A little cheaper deal, but we'll bring you back for this opportunity because it does still make sense.
Yeah, it's going to be like $1 million.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And he's going to be QB3. Yeah. Like, there's literally no harm to this move. I see no negatives.
Right.
He's going to be there. He's going to help out Kenny Pickett. Mm-hmm. He's been in the system, everything. This will be his 6th year.
Yeah.
And then, if you do get into a situation with injuries and whatnot, I feel like you get out of a stadium with Mason. He's better than Tanner Morgan. I'll take him over Tanner Morgan. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And we've already seen him play in the NFL. He's actually won games in the NFL. We've seen this before. And like I said, the big knock on him a year ago was the money part. It was like, man, if he's going to be the third quarterback, you don't want to be paying this dude more than what you're paying Mitch potentially, or flirting with that range when he was getting the $5 million a year type concept. Whereas like now that goes out the window. Now you're getting a really good player for that value. We're talking about the $1 million value at the quarterback position. So yeah, man, I'm with you, man. I don't see a lot of negativity there, man.
I think he would be a good backup if he was one, but him being a QB3, he's probably the best third stringer in the league.
I was like, when you say QB3, I'm like, yeah, because most teams don't even have QB3s. You know what I mean? We started looking at practice squad, like, who are you stashing over there? So you're absolutely right. Like Mason at that level, what more you want?
But if Mitch leaves after this year and we bring back Mason to be our backup, I'd still feel confident in that. I think he'd be a really good backup for us. Because there's some bad backups. I'm just there's some bad backups out
and that's
there.
The thing I feel like we lose sight of because we are so like heavily focused on Pittsburgh.
Like, think who's made a career out of being a backup. Chase Daniel.
Like,
he could be good for the locker room, good for the QB room, but I don't feel confident in him at all if you have to go in there and win a game.
As one of your
I take Mason over him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
This is Young Shad again. Hey, Deke, I'm going to remix it up for you. I got you back.
Man, come on now. We know it's all love in here, man.
Cliff the Dark Knight, thoughts on Spurs getting Victor Wembanyama?
It's going to be interesting, man. Love the organization for him. know the talent is there. They putting a ton of praise on him. We're gonna see if he could live up to it. But I mean, the talent is definitely there. The size, all
he
that.
could just stay healthy. He's the truth.
Yeah, that's gonna be the question though. I mean, it's almost like the reverse of the Zion. Zion was like, "Are you so big? Can you lose it? Can you lose some weight?" And for Victor, it's like, "Man, you so thin. Can you gain a little bit?" But we'll see. And this is the thing with him. I know different style of injury, different style of player, but same frame. I think of Chet Holmgren and how he ultimately got hurt last year in like a hoop game playing against Bron. Bron literally like stepped on him. You know what I mean? But when you talk about the size that Bron has versus a wiry, smaller,
Wembanyama is a little bit thicker.
That's what I feel like he's a little bit thicker, right?
I think he's smoother.
Yeah,
he's smoother. It's crazy how smooth he is.
But I'm not even seeing in the sense of moving. I'm saying in the sense of the bang. You got to be able to sustain that. But to me, I mean, the talent is ultimately there. I mean, we know what the talent is. So yeah, if he could sustain it, stay healthy, man, I think the sky's the limit for the dude. I'm be excited to watch him. Heck yeah.
Houston kind of would have been sick. Yeah. The young talent there. Spurs are definitely the best situation for him. I think
like
they wanted him to go to the Spurs, like him and his family.
For him to grow, the Spurs are like a great spot for him there, I think, man.
Because of all the Spurs connection with like international players and everything. Right. I think he was excited. Pirates won today.
Shout out to the Pirates. Low key, they still keeping it going, man. Keeping it going.
Yeah, just stay above 500. I think they're 23-20 now.
Mm-hmm.
Steely Mike, liking the film I see on Tay Crowder and Rich Huntley. What are your thoughts on them playing hockey tonight? Can my team, the Avengers, get a shootout? Shutout? I don't know.
Probably a shout out. Shout out to the Avengers, your hockey team, Steely Mike. Let's get it. In terms of Tay Crowder, I mean, this is a dude that started in this league. What? That was his second year or third year?
I think it was his like first 3 years.
Yeah. About to say, so he is a dude that has made plays in this league, has started in this league. The film was definitely nice. It's one of those things that I don't even remember what was the holdup in terms of. No, because we just picked him up this offseason. That's what it was. I was gonna say, why wasn't he out there? But middle
of the season, he lost.
He never got a chance though. Yeah,
he just lost his spot. I think middle of the season, Giants stopped playing him.
Yeah. So to me, man, definitely talented, definitely a productive player. We will see. He's another guy that you bring into the mix. Granted, for us, we don't have a lot invested in him, but in terms of his talent, he can move really well. He finds the ball, and that's the other thing I like about him. That was the thing that made him intriguing when we signed him. But I think of him. I think of Mark Robinson. That's competition. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we'll see with him. But you obviously know we still spent money on Cole Holcomb and Landon Roberts as well. So that's, also part of the dilemma with him, man. But we shall see, though, man. We shall see.
828 style. Why would we want to trade 10? Because we got the man formerly known as 2 back when no one else even wanted him.
Bring up a good point.
Strictly money.
Definitely money.
That would be the reason.
Definitely the money part. Bro, did I take my charger out, man? I'm about to have to get up, man. I'm a little upset about this, Deke.
Yeah, I don't really want to get rid of Mitch.
Yeah.
I think you keep him around.
Yeah.
Seems like the front office wants to do that. Kenny likes him. Like I said, good rapport. I feel like if it helps Kenny, keep him. And if Kenny goes down, I like Mitch as the guy to step in, particularly over Mason. Now, again, you're paying $10 million for that. I don't think that's a sustainable thing.
That's
for
a very expensive thing.
You should be paying a backup $10 million long term. But for a one-off year like this, where it's the last year of Mitch's contract, you have Kenny on this rookie deal, you're obviously able to afford it. I got no complaints. I'm not going to be really calling for Mitch to be cut or traded like that. If it happens, it happens. If we really feel confident in Mason, he lights it up in the offseason and training camp and whatnot, whatever.
It's kind of like, still why though? You know what I mean? Like I still don't see why you would need to do that, but I get it though.
Unless you're making another move.
Yeah.
Maybe someone gets injured at another position, and you're like, I need to get this cap space, so maybe we could bring someone in.
Yeah.
At linebacker, any position.
That's what you're saying. Yeah.
It's like, this is more pressing. We can get away with Mason as being the backup.
No, I would agree. All right, so quickly, before you read this next way, we're going to take a quick, 10-second break real quick, because I got to get this charger situation done real quick before the computer dies. So, 1 moment. We'll be right back. we back, baby. I told you, bro. Some days, baby.
I didn't know that could happen.
Dude, that makes two of us. Some days, man, I feel like this be the you. What did I say earlier? I was like, yo, there's got to be something big happening for me soon, man. Because I'm getting all this nonsense. Like, yo, the Chargers just start going crazy over here. Like, bruh, can't make this stuff up, man. Can't make this stuff up.
But even your mixing skills, your producing skills, I didn't know. Man. I didn't know we were capable of just pausing the show like that.
Oh, hey, well, you know, I put a little intermission on. I was like, let's try something different right here. Let's you know, I be trying. Deke, I'm trying to learn over here, baby. I'm trying to learn. All right, I'm trying to evolve. This week they've been testing my skills, though. I don't like my production skills being tested like this because I don't believe in it all the way, Deke. Okay, I'm a hard worker, but man, Deke, everything's testing my skills, baby. It's testing my skills, all right. But we back.
Iron sharpens iron. Zenon Bowie
you make me better.
Has gifted a membership to Psycho Knot.
Shout out to Zenon Bowie and Psycho Knot. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, Talbo, remix _ you are hilarious too. So some of the other podcasts out there, they always had these different little ads and commercials. And my man Remix is like, we need a commercial in here. When I took the thing off, it's Pink Power Horse. I was like, I know, I'm familiar with what that is referring to, and you know that industry. We don't need that over here. All right, so we're not gonna market that to our crowd. All right, we're gonna leave that alone. Okay. But yeah, you funny, man. You funny.
This one's pretty funny. Hold on, where's it at? I lost it. It's a funny comment, and I lost it. Oh, here it is. Vegas TJG. Arthur's going to get mad at Deke one day and put that up as he whoops him.
What the world? Yo, they silly. Like, oh, you say one more thing about Josh. You say one more goddamn thing about this.
Too many Bills comments gone wrong.
It'd be like, yo, I hear the music playing, but I hear people in the background. It sounds like somebody's tussling. No, man. Y'all can see I am so non-violent. I'm like the most peaceful, zened out guy ever, bro. Yeah, and I think all these tests have shown that as well. All right, older me, I don't think I handle half of these little unplanned hiccups. I don't think I handle them as well. But I've turned over a new leaf, man. Shout out to the Shea Pack today. All right, shout out to the Shea Pack.
Zenon Bowie has gifted more Moats membership.
Shout out to Billy Zenon Bowie.
Tatawa, R. Barley 18, Miles Bellamy, Big Fungus, and Cesar Valdez.
Man, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And Zenon Bowie, man, shout out to you, man. You won one today, baby. We do appreciate you from the heart.
I think that's it for the supers right now.
I like it. So this is actually perfect timing because we got about 40 minutes before we hop on the line with T Jizzle. But I don't know why we say Rookie Minicamp begins. We've already had the Rookie Minicamp, but OTAs begins next week, and we ain't there just yet. So we do want to recap just Rookie Minicamp, man. Talk about some of the guys a little bit more in-depthly that we did sign following Rookie Minicamp. We know two of the players actually participated in it. The one guy, he did not, but we have mentioned him briefly at the end of last show. So I did just want, like I said, talk about them, man. But first off, man, I did enjoy the fact that we had football again, man. Even though it was with the young guys, couple of tryout dudes, obviously there was an XFL guy in there, multiple, and things like that. I do like the fact, though, that we're back to the football portion of the football schedule. You know, in terms of the calendar, like seeing the dudes in Jersey, seeing JPJ out there, hearing Coach T speak, talking about these guys now more directly, man. It was just a cool concept for me, man. But coming out of there, like I said, we did pick up a couple of guys, man. Did want to talk about the first cat, man, Hakeem Butler. I think his signing became like official today.
I think people are most excited about this one.
Yeah, and rightfully so, man. When you talk about the pedigree on this dude, former first-round pick with the New England Patriots, came out of Iowa State, was just with the XFL, was literally like, it looked crazy watching some of his XFL tape at times, man. But he was with the St. Louis Battlehawks with AJ McCarron. Shout out to AJ, man, because AJ was definitely putting some nice passes on him. But when you talk about Hakeem, it's the reason why he was a former first-round draft pick. This is big speed with athleticism.
Yeah, can I correct you on that?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I think you're thinking N'Keal Harry.
Good call. Yeah, good call.
He was drafted fourth round with the Cardinals. We were interested in him, though.
Good call.
Like, high upside guy.
Yes, did mix the name up. Good call on that. But back to that when we're talking Hakeem, though, man, big speed, though, man. Big speed. And like I said, good athleticism. I love the fact that he's not necessarily the elusive guy that's going to shake you, but he is a tough guy to tackle because once he gets that ball and he gets north and south, man, he is a big body that runs really, really hard, man. I think he has a good catch radius. I still wonder how natural of a hands catcher he is in comparison to like a George Pickens, who we could see like plucking the ball out the air. Hakeem gives me a little bit more of like
Martavis. You know what popped up on my YouTube feed actually today? Literally the title said Steeler receivers dropping Big Ben dimes. And it was like a 10-minute video. I clicked on it. Martavis showed up the most, I think, out of everyone.
I swear I'll watch him. I'm like, okay, he's not George Pickens with his hands. He's not Chase Claypool. I was like, he's Tay. This is very Tay-like with his catching, okay? So we all can remember how that was. Sometimes it was going to be awesome, elite, crazy. Other times it was going to have us like, bro, really? What's going on? That is part of the knot.
Sometimes the catch would be made and just be like, oh, it was a way simpler catch than what you made it.
It could have been way
like
easier.
Like the backflip one and
with holding
the
his
Bengals
butt.
game.
Yeah, it's like, bro,
like,
you could have just.
It was right there.
It was way simpler. It was way easier. That is definitely Hakeem. You are 100% right, man. 100% right. Jeez. But the thing I like is this, man. Watching him in the XFL, he was utilized a couple of ways. They utilized him on the outside as he was playing more of the X in the XFL, but to me, I think he's more of a Z, which is more of like what George Pickens does, the super deep vertical threat, less of standalone routing the guy up. I think he's just a guy that you want on 9s, 7s, post corners, stuff like that, where he can build up the speed. But they also utilized him in that big slot receiver role, like we use Claypool, like we've done with Pickens and even Juju at times. And I can see some of that potential there if we decide to flirt back with that. I know we've been signing guys that are more of the smaller, more traditional style slots, but if we were looking for another big body athlete, Hakeem definitely will provide some of that to us. So like I said, man, for me, I'm definitely excited about this dude because not just are you getting a guy with the athleticism, but you're getting a guy that's coming from playing competitive football right now. That XFL, man, the way Coach Tomlin talked about it as well, he was saying how he's going to utilize this as a resource, you know, not going to leave any stone unturned. Those guys are playing legit football with legit NFL coaching, whether it's guys that are former players, but guys that actually coached in the league. Hines Ward is a head coach in San Antonio. He was on the Jets coaching staff. We've seen that. Joey Porter, he was on the Steelers coaching staff. We could talk about all those dudes that were down there. Bob Stoops, who actually they won it all. You know, this is a former head coach at a major university that's had a ton of success. So when you look at those guys being able to play in that scenario and adapt on the fly to the short training camp, the weirdness of it at first, but then start to emerge. And this is with a guy like who? Josh Gordon's in this league. Martavis Bryant is in this league. Guys that we know, you know, big time players. But it's like for a guy like this to shine, it's like, man, it just shows that if you're really working on your craft and you're competitive and you're able to produce, man, they'll come and find you. And I feel like he's one of those prime dudes for that, man. But like I said, just him coming out of that XFL where you're watching him play real football and it's not the speculation of can he do this. We actually saw him do some of that. To me, man, that had me really excited about this cat.
And he was the best receiver in the league.
No, like legit, yeah.
Yeah, 600 yards and 8 touchdowns in only, what was it, 8 games?
8 games, yeah.
Something like that. So he's probably just going to compete with Miles Boykin.
Yep.
Miles Boykin and those other guys that are vying for the 5th or 6th spot.
You know what's going to be the deciding factor, though?
The special teams.
That's where Miles still feels
see what
good.
Butler got.
That's what we'll see, though, man. Because for Butler, his build, you know he can work out on offense. But like we talked about, you're not starting over George Pickens. You're not starting over Deontay Johnson right now. You're not starting over, you know, Allen Robinson or Calvin Austin right now. you're going to get a chance to compete for it. But as it sits, you're number 5, number 6, potentially number 7. It's like, how do you stay around? What do you do to buy you time before you get a chance to show what you could do on offense? Special teams, where it's going to come for him, man.
I love this dude's story, so I'll definitely be interested to see how it plays out, because he wasn't even supposed to be in the XFL.
Correct.
He texted the coach of the Battlehawks after he didn't even get drafted. So that's another thing I like. You talk about him just playing recently, but this dude's like on his last leg in terms of professional football. I'm sure he's going to be really hungry, almost like Arthur Marlette's story. But this guy actually has talent. They got him drafted in the league in the 4th round.
Yeah. Because it's big speed, bro. You've seen it. I mean, like, man, he has one play in that XFL. He catches it across the middle. He turns up, and it's like, oh, it's a foot race. And he literally put them dudes, on hamstring alert. I was like, oh, okay, you got that in you? Like, I like that. But, yeah, man, it was really good to see that. So I definitely like the Hakeem Butler signing. We talked to Alfonso Graham briefly the other day, but I had a chance to go back and watch him. Definitely love a lot of his game, man. He is very tiny, though. That's one of the things, man. When I was looking, I was like, I feel like his burst is really good. I really enjoyed his vision. I thought that was something that continued to show up. Love his start and stop in terms of the footwork with him. And, dude, like, he was housing stuff at Morgan State. I didn't realize how productive he was there. When we showed the little, like, highlight, in here, it was like, all right, it was cool.
Hold on, I want to do the math on his yards per carry.
Yo, it was nuts.
It's got to be insane.
Like, dude, I'm like, bro, you did what?
250 carries for over 1,600 yards.
Yeah.
So hold on, what is that?
Like, I'm looking at the tape. I'm like, bro, the way and it's not like he's a jet sweep only dude.
Over 6.5 per carry.
Yeah, that was stupid, bro. Stupid. And it's not like it's all outside runs. They're like, nah, take this dive, take this inside zone. And he's like literally foot in the ground, make a guy missing a hole, and is out of there, splitting the safeties. For me, man, I enjoy his game. The comment I'm going to say is literally, you just got to do it against the bigger guys. We know that he did it in the, he was in the, oh my gosh, it was one of them All-Stars. It wasn't East-West. I feel like he did I want to say he was NFL PA Bowl. I want to say he did one of those, but he was showing out against some guys that are, when you're talking about being on the circuit, everybody's not going to go Senior Bowl. Everybody doesn't go East-West Shrine game, but still guys on the circuit. He performed well in that capacity. So that is also good. And we've talked about how other guys from the 1AA or what we call like the FCS level have transitioned and, have had success. We talked about the cat from Jackson State. Was it Houston? Oh my God, I'm drawing his blink on his
last year.
Yeah,
the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. By saying Detroit, man, becoming a nice pass rushing addition out there. So for Alfonso, man, he's gonna get an opportunity here. He's just gonna have to do it every single time versus, just a higher caliber of talent and more speed out there, because that's the other part. When you talk about guys that have thrived and lived on speed at this level, when everybody becomes fast like that, now you got to see what else you can bring to the table in terms of setting it up. And how do you set that up? Knowing when to be patient, when to hit that gas, when to do some of that change of pace stuff. That's what he's going to have to figure out. But definitely like him, man. Yeah, I like his tape, bro. The yard is 6.5. I knew it was something stupid. That's crazy.
Yeah, small school, going up against small schools, but still, it doesn't hurt to bring him in. Compete against. Well, I think he's going to be competing in multiple spots.
Yeah,
for the third running back, or maybe just like a gadget guy on offense, and then also for return man, because he does have some kick return experience. Yeah. He'll go up against it'll be Calvin Austin. It'll be probably 4 people: Calvin Austin,
McFarland, Calvin Austin,
Gunner.
Yeah, definitely Gunner.
Who am I missing? Oh, that guy we just brought in from San Diego State, Bird. Jordan Bird.
He's
considered a
running back turn slot receiver. Yeah. Yep. So shout out to Alfonso though, man. So I definitely like that one though, bro.
Well, he must love football. There's something about him that really impressed the Steelers. He's got this Jaylen Warren element where he went to 3 or 4 different no-name schools, and then even Morgan State, the last school he went to, I'd consider a no-name school.
First off,
at least Jaylen Warren went to Oklahoma State.
Time out. Wait a minute. Morgan State is not no name. The only reason I know Morgan State is because they played in the MEAC. And the MEAC, we had Norfolk State. Hampton used to be in the MEAC. I forgot, whoever was in the chat earlier said they were from Hampton U. Hampton used to be in the MEAC, right? Now I think they bumped up now, though. But yeah, it was a time where they was, or they were Big Sky. But Norfolk State was definitely MEAC. They would always play Morgan State. That was one reason why I knew Morgan State was MEAC. But
he went to all these, I'm telling you, it was 3 or 4 no-name
he went on the circuit, bro.
Yeah. finally got to Morgan State.
Yeah.
Ended up
HBCU,
beating,
though, man. Yeah,
ended up
shout out
being
to
their starting guy and getting over 1,000 yards last year on the
Yeah.
ground. His 1,600 yards total. Those touchdowns, doing it all for him. So we'll see. We'll see if he could take it to the next level in the NFL.
No, without a doubt. And then the last player that we ended up signing over the weekend, we talked about him as well. This dude was in a little bit of a bidding war. You said it was with the Browns and the Cowboys, if I remember correctly. Was Luke Barco. So Luke played in the XFL. He was with the San Antonio Brahmas, actually, with Hines Ward, Peasy, and them down there. He initially played with the Jaguars, if I remember correctly. Had a couple games with them. And he's San Diego State, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But I like Luke, though, man. He did not come to our mini camp. But the XFL was legit. When you talk about watching him play, you can cut on tape and see him play versus, NFL caliber or guys that have flirted with the league. So it was good to see that. But the thing I like about Luke is I think he has really good vision. When you're watching him, he's one of those guys that he likes to see the football. Reminds me a lot of like a Marcus Peters type. Athletic. I think he's more quicker than fast. Really good when he's in off coverage, because he's able to literally read and react. He, in terms of his anticipation skills, I think they're really good. I think he's extremely competitive at the catch point. And like I said, man, just his ability when the ball is in the air to feel confident and comfortable to be looking around and actually playing that football. That showed up a lot on his XFL tape. And that is something, like I said, man, if he can continue to do that at a high level, that's going to get him an opportunity. And that's ultimately why we're giving him a chance and why some other teams wanted him. Because there's times when you're watching him, I'm like, bro, that's a high level play you're making. I don't care if it's XFL, I don't care if it's college. Like, you doing that type of stuff, that's coveted at this level. And that's why I was like, it gives me kind of Marcus Peters vibes. But like we know with Marcus Peters, that's a deadly game to play when you're real, eyesy. You like to see the quarterback, eyes in the backfield, not always on your work. You got to be buttoned up, because for Luke, he doesn't have the same level of cachet as a Marcus Peters. So he's not going to be able to get the same level of grace if it doesn't work out for him, like we've seen at times with Marcus Peters when it doesn't work out. But I definitely like Luke, though, man. I feel like he's going to be a nice addition to just compete in that room. It's funny because he's different to me than a James Pierre. Like, Pierre is like in your face, man to man, more of a Marcus Humphrey type, or Marlon Humphrey type. Whereas when I think of this Luke Barco dude, I'm like, you're more of the Marcus Peters. You're more of the let me get off, see everything.
Yeah, he had 9 picks in college.
Yeah, trust my, because his ball skills are nice, bro. Like, you watch him, he's down that.
Yeah, that
field.
was just 1 year too. He led the NCAA.
Up. Yeah, he's like, I'm trying to see where that ball is. Like, he's almost playing like a receiver. And like I said, it's dope when it's working. It's dangerous if it doesn't, because you're not staying in contact with that receiver. You can have natural separation. If you miss that ball, it's a touchdown. If it's a pump fake, slugger, or not a slugger, but a double move, you can really get in trouble with that. But for him, it's been working. When he was in college, it worked. And then obviously in the XFL this past season, it was working for him. So hopefully it keeps working for him when he taps.
What time's TG coming on?
He's 5, so we still got some time.
He's 5?
Yeah, we still got some time.
We haven't talked about this yet.
What's up, bro?
Is he Akello's replacement?
Because didn't Akello get he got cut right?
Today.
Yeah, I thought he did. Yeah, because like I said, there's been a lot going on, but I thought I did see that in the passing. I was like, I haven't had a chance to actually verify, but I thought I saw that. Yeah, there's a possibility, because when you think of how Akello plays, there's some similarities with that. I think he's a little bit more athletic, the fluid side, than Akello, but I think Akello's more physical and more of just a stronger corner out there. But when you talk about the way that we've revamped our roster, between free agency with Pat P, between the draft with Peasy Jr. and Corey Trice, it's like, man, we still have a Levi Watts, we still have a Pierre. We brought in a chance.
Yeah, and Weatherspoon was costing us, I think, $5 million on the cap. We saved $4 million by cutting.
Right, $5 million, and it's like, the last time we saw you out there, it wasn't good tape. So yeah, when you bring in a guy like Luke, who is coming off of playing football once again, right? We've seen him play a little bit more games, actually. Yeah, because he played He played all the XFL games, whereas Akello gave us, how many games? 7?
Last year, it was, I think, only 4.
Yeah, so technically.
And 3 of them were bad.
Yeah, so technically Luke got a little hotter tape in terms of his, resume, because it's all for your hot tape, which you just did. So when you talk about that element of it, and the fact that we're not going to be looking to Akello necessarily to be cornerback number 1, since you already got a Pat P, we still got a Levi.
And you brought in the future with JPJ.
It's like, what is his role? Where do you see him? Do you just keep him to compete with Levi Wallace? Well, shoot, Levi gave us a full season of being competitive.
He was good.
We
I
know
liked
Levi
last year.
Yeah, Levi is edgy. He's going to be up in your face. He's going to do what he's supposed to do. He's going to tackle. Yeah, so it's like, man, for Akello, you kind of become the odd man out. And I don't even think it's more so talent. I think it's more so just the money. When you throw the money and with the lack of availability, this is how it happens. But it's crazy how fast it happens, too. Just remember 2 years ago, we were talking about, man, Akello for Pro Bowl, Akello for long-term deal, Akello QB1 or cornerback 1.
I won't forget.
And now here we are, not even 2 years removed from that. It's like, goodbye, and we're not even sad about it. It's like, oh, nah, man, you was the odd man out anyways. We just had helped you out. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little surprised because he made it to May, and then we just randomly cut him. I thought at this point we were just going to let him compete for his roster spot back.
But the Luke pickup does make sense, though. I can see, like, not direct competition, but you have a body type like that. And now you just have one that's a lot cheaper. And that's coming off of at least being a productive player. It's not like Luke
he'll probably be looking at, like, Pierre's spot or Trice's spot.
Yeah.
He'll be competing with those guys.
Yeah, because it wasn't like Luke was just sitting and we just picked him up after a year of him doing nothing. Like, he was playing football. And that's the thing, like, I think with the amount of guys out of that XFL that got signed, and we've been seeing more and more guys, names pop up, that league, man, it's got some potential, bro. Like, for some of these dudes we joke about or talk about, like, hey, man, you want to get back in the league, you need to go check it out. The more dudes that get signed out of that type of stuff, man, I think the more it's enticing too.
The XFL is leaning very much into it because they're making little social media posts.
You see it, right?
Showing their players making it to the NFL. Yeah. Like, they know what it is. I mean, that's even Rock's big speech on week 1 saying, like, this is your path to, like, hit your ultimate dream, your ultimate opportunity to get into the NFL.
Right? Player 54. And that's part of it, man. So it's like, I do personally like that a lot for them dudes, man, because it's some good football players that are out here, man, that just sometimes you just need another opportunity, man. You just got to figure out how to get back,
We just need NFL team affiliations. That's all.
It, man.
Combine the USFL,
the XFL. Once that happens, it's over. Once that happens,
give the Steelers a minor league team.
Oh, it's a wrap once that happens, bro. I'd be looking forward to it, though, man.
I guess we would just take the Maulers, huh?
I mean, they've already been advertising for them. Have you seen it? Off of 79 by Rivers. Or no, not by Rivers, by the Meadows. I was driving back there, I forgot I was coming from, like, Washington. And sure enough, it was, like, USFL versus somebody. And they had the picture of, like, it wasn't Ruben. It was somebody, like, in uniform. It was like, yo, buy tickets. But I'm like, I thought they weren't playing locally. That was my issue. But
I don't know where they're playing.
Yeah, I thought they were still playing in
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, I thought they were still in Alabama. It was like everybody was down in, it was like Birmingham or something like that. I thought it was. I don't know. But yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, all right. So yeah, I got some advertising going on. So they already trying to get a little footprint up here, man.
So 459 right now. There was a question or two that I still had, or at least the topic I wanted to bring up about rookie minicamps. I guess we could do that after TG. Or you want me to say it now?
Are you going to be remembering?
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, well, let's do it afterwards then. Yeah.
Although I'll say this real quick.
All right, tap in. Uh-oh.
Is Tomlin going for a second gauntlet?
What had I missed?
Brought in Maverick Wolfley.
Oh, God.
For these rookie minicamps. Oh, didn't make it. We didn't sign him. But as you can see,
I could definitely see. I can see why the question will pop up.
Tomlin's got his eyes for that second gauntlet. Thank you. You got Dino Tomlin still in college.
Hey, great Moats coming into work. Great Moats working in the wings. All right, we got some time.
You got Dino Tomlin. Someone brought up JPJ. Does JPJ have a brother? He said he was at Temple.
This balling. I thought cousin. I know it's had a cousin that's balling.
Okay, that would count.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he was talking about.
All right, let's see who else though. Is that everybody?
If you get JJ Watt to come out of retirement.
JJ coming out would be dope. Let me think, who else, man?
I brought up Wolf.
Somebody got to have another son out here. I know Low Dog got some boys running around here. He got two little ones. They used to come to the football camp. They was getting active. You got Vince little ones. They next on the circuit. You know, they round me and his kids and my kids same age. Should be a little three-way. All right, all three of them come out together. There we go.
Problem is, as time goes on, Tomlin will probably lose some stones for the original gauntlet.
Which is, yeah.
So he's just going to get new stones to replace that.
Yeah. And then we just start, going for highlight names. Like, who has a son from like the 70s or 80s that's playing now. That's what we got to find. Or technically, that would be our age group. So we need somebody from the 90s, 2000s. So like the Peasies, the Hans, the Hamptons, the Gildens, the Seven got a young one. See, he's be a quarterback in Macon. He's got to hold off for a little while, coach. He got about 10, 15 years, man. Just hold off 10, 15 years, baby. We good, all right? So, yeah, let me tap in and let's get this thing rolling.
Yeah, I got one more for rookie minicamps, though.
Don't you
whenever
forget
we're
it.
done.
Do not forget it. I hope
he
he
brought
actually
up in the chat. They want to hear from you.
Let's see if he actually answers this, too, on the first one. I seriously doubt it, though.
Oh, this connection is going to be nothing compared to Batch's.
Silly, bro. Does he answer? Does he or does he not? And then you're going to text me like, hey, bro, I was calling. Hey, where was you at, man? I was ready. Come on, TJ. Don't you do this today.
Please leave your message.
Nope. All right.
Damn.
It's one of them days right now, man. It is one of those days. So we'll wait and see what he got going on. But anywho, I'll shoot him a text real quick.
Well, I'll bring
Let's
up
get
the
your question
topic
in. Heck yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Yeah, this has been brought up multiple times in the chat.
Let me put the thing back on the thing real quick with the thing. And you said it's been brought up multiple times in the chat, bro.
Yeah.
What's been going on, bro?
Nick Boyle. We brought him in. And are trying him out at long snapper. I guess we didn't sign him.
I'm about to say, I know that name. Yeah, I'm familiar with that name. Yeah.
Now, we did open up a spot by releasing Witherspoon. Hopefully, that's for Quan Alexander.
I'm hoping so. We still haven't heard anything from that just yet, right?
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep. Played with the Jets too, right?
Who?
This the Nick dude? That's you, right?
He was Ravens guy. Yeah, he was Ravens tight end.
That was when he had the steroids. Yeah. He had Smith for PD, right? Am I tripping?
I have no clue.
I feel like he did. I'm not tripping.
He might have.
Let me pull him up real quick, man.
But yeah, says he's serious about trying out for long snapper.
Serious.
And Steelers brought him in. But I guess we like Christian Kuntz better.
No, shout out to Kuntz, man. Kuntz the homie, man. Shoot, we need to get Kuntz on the show, man. I'm a dog, man. Good little dude. But yeah, Kuntz. I mean, Kuntz is another dude. He did the XFL. That's how he got nice at it. Yeah. I'm not against it though. I mean, obviously.
He's only 30 years old.
Yeah. He came in the league at 15, so still young. Mm-hmm.
Was Kuntz? Was he a former linebacker?
Yes, Kuntz played linebacker.
Because that was one of the things I was curious about.
Yes.
With them doing the snaps, they able to hold up on the line like that?
Yeah, so Kuntz played linebacker.
Because Nick Boyle was a tight end.
Kuntz played linebacker at Duquesne. Initially came out to play linebacker in the NFL. Ultimately did not get the opportunity they thought he was going to get. So I think it might have been Danny Smith or it was a different coach that talked to him and basically told him he needed to take a year and just practice snapping and just learn how to snap.
You are right about Nick Boyle being suspended.
Okay,
10 games.
Yeah. He was a juice. Yeah, I remember that.
Second violation of NFL's policy.
Right, you don't get 10 for the first one. Right. Yeah, that's why I remembered it. I know a juice one.
It was around your time.
Yeah,
2015.
15. Yeah, 15, 16. Yeah, absolutely, man. But with Christian though, took the year off, focused solely on snapping, because he was telling me ultimately like what goes into it in terms of hand placement, in terms of when it's lying on the ground, in terms of having to get it to rotate to make sure that they're catching it with the laces where it's supposed to be, and how he was saying literally an inch here, an inch here, inch here, inch here is the difference between it being a good snap and it getting off in time and it being blocked. And he was like, to have to transition from your traditional like deep punt to the short field goal snap. He's like, it's also different, but he was like, just the timing of where you have to have that ball. He was like, that's the big thing. Cause I was like, I snapped in high school. I know how to snap. He's like, it's all about like, it has to literally be in like this super tight window. So that's what ultimately.
So it's less about blocking?
Yeah, it's about the speed of it. Cause it should be, if you do this fast enough, they should never be able to get to it. But if the snap is off, if the step is off, the protection should give you some leeway. So that's why you kind of work together. It's times where, man, we'd have missed the block up front. And it's like, bro, or if it's Boz, you better get this thing out in 1 point. I think it was like 1.2, 1.3 for punting. It was like with burial when it was wing. It was like, bro, it should have been like, I think they told us like 2 point something seconds from snap to, because they would time it. So we would know like, all right, I could legit just fire off and hit my guy. And if I get a piece of him to make him stop for a second, he should never be able to get that block. And that was kind of how like you would learn it. So yeah, it'd be times where, yeah, if you miss your block up front, he carry you on the back. And there's times where that step is off or the snap is a little crazy and you see all that and it don't get blocked because they had him covered up front. So it does work both ways, but that was ultimately why he had to do the XFL to get used to it. And now for him, former linebacker, he gets to go out there and make tackles, right? Whereas with Nick, you're right, former tight end, different mindset. He's still physical enough to handle playing in there because the rules don't allow you to just beat up on centers anymore or snappers anymore. In 10, like when I first came in, that was like part of my job. Just beat the snapper up because because it wasn't a rule.
Make him think about it.
Yeah, it wasn't a rule. And we're like, if you bang him up and he's nervous, now the snap is off. If you hurt him, not trying to intentionally hurt him, but if he got banged up, now you to the
situation.
Now it's even better. I did, and I remember he told me about the convo, and it's like it's funny. I was like, I get it though. Yeah, so like that was a part of it, and then they eventually started to change the rules because we started to like people started to really weaponize some of that stuff, man. But yeah, that was a legit thing. So for Nick, I don't think it'll be an issue of him being able to sustain guys hitting him because he has a natural big frame, so he could do that. My question would be, number one, how consistent is his snap? The timing, the placement has to be perfect. And this is Pittsburgh. Weather matters. That field matters. When you're getting down there to get set up, Christian was also telling me, it's like, you don't get time to go stand by the heater and warm up. He was like, you might go out there and it's a TV timeout. You got to stay out on that field. It might be pouring down rain. That ball getting soaked. You got to be ready to go. He was like, you don't get like the quarterback, oh man, let me switch the ball, let me get the hit. Nah, because it's special team, no one cares about it. But if that snap is off, we all in here going crazy, right? So he was just kind of like explaining all that to me, man. But yeah, I was like, bro, I did not realize this much went into that. But I'm like, salute y'all. I get it, though. But that's the professional element of it, though. Yeah. So for Nick, man, I hope it, if he is truly trying to continue on with this path of being a snapper, if it doesn't work out here, man, stick with it, though. Stick with it because you're going to be more athletic than a lot of the snappers that are out here. Like, not a lot of people that are athletic snap because we play other positions. So when you look at the snappers, typically they aren't as athletic, they aren't as gifted. So if you could be a former NFL caliber tight end and you can learn how to snap, then that extends your career another 10 years easily because you don't get hit. Yeah.
I see what he's doing there, though.
Yeah. Every once in a while I'll be thinking, I'm like, man, I should have snapped, bro. But it's no glory in snapping, and I like a little attention, Deke. I don't like a lot of attention, but just a little bit. Just a little. Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure, too. Like, no one talks about that. The snap and the hold on those game-winning field goals or even, like, critical punts. Those are big.
Yeah. Man, I'm going to get Christian on, man. I'll get Christian because I've had this convo with him doing, like, my, like, Steelers when I'm working my other job as a Steeler, like, media dude, and I have, like, interview him and stuff. So we've talked about this, and I've asked him that, like, bro, what is that pressure like? Like, take us through with that mindset. He's like, bro, he's like, everybody talks about getting iced. And they only think about the kicker. He's like, bro, we over here like, I still got to snap this thing. This hole got to be right. He's like, I talked to Presley Harvin. I was like, yo, Press, bro, he said,
dude, even catching the punt from a punter standpoint.
Literally, when I said, I was like, bro, when you got to go out there in this backed up punt, we got to get this thing out. What is that
Fourth
like, bro?
Quarter, yeah.
And if you miss this punt or it gets blocked, it's on you.
Or just even imagine in the Super Bowl or one of those like championship games.
Yes, bro.
Oh,
and he literally talked about, he was like, see, because I plan on having him back on the show. I don't want to like share everything, but he talked about that process, and it was like crazy because it's some similarities to like us as linebackers and how we go out there and what our mindset is in some of these clutch moments, right? Because people say, well, man, in the fourth quarter with under 2 minutes, so you got to have a stop. What is that like? And we're like, bro, I'm not thinking about like the moment as like I'm nervous. I'm so focused on like my process, my checklist, because that's all we do. So it's just like you get in that moment and it's like, all right, boom. Am I lined up? What my keys telling me? What's my assignment? All right, can I get off? All right, are there any tips over here? And you just executing like that. And that's kind of how you get through it. Whereas if you're thinking about the moment, that's when it can get to you when you like, bro, if I don't make this play, it's over.
It's like golfers.
Yeah,
I think it's exactly like golfer. You have all that time in between your shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you've done so many times.
Yeah.
But
so many times.
If this is the chip to get you that win, or that putt to get you the win, and in this case with the punters and kickers, if this is the one you really need.
Yeah. And they talked about at Hines how, like, you know, the field, the grass, the seams, they're like, yo, you might catch this ball on a seam. It's like, that's night and day than when it's on, like, the actual, like, because it comes in sections. So if it's the section where it was like, this part was me and that part, you don't get to tell the referee, can we move the ball over here, move it up? Like, nah. So now you're stepping in a spot where it's two pieces of grass and grass put together versus it being a natural surface of grass. Night and day. But that's the type of stuff that none of us, including myself, had never thought of. So yeah, man. But shout out to them dudes, though, man.
We want to go to these supers?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Because I don't know what's up with my dog, man. Sometimes, like I said, I don't be knowing if it's just, you know, what's going on out there in the world, or if it's just me. I felt like the past week, I just been revolving with this little, like, negativity cloud trying to hate on me. You seen it today, Deke? We had to take a break. We have never taken a break in show history. Right. We had to take a break today because the charge was tripping. It's that type, like, we've never seen this, Deke. It's that type of vibe though around me, man. So I'm just rocking with it, baby. I'm just rocking with it. I ain't gonna let it knock me off my pivot though, all right? I'm still feeling gravy. I'm still feeling good, okay?
Will Harmon, Moats, who do you think has the biggest offseason addition so far? Who do you think has been the biggest offseason addition thus far?
For
he's not talking about league-wide. He's talking about the Steelers.
Biggest offseason addition. I'm stuck between two dudes off the top of my head.
Vegas TJ. I'm sorry. He says TG ran out of minutes on his phone.
Hey, bro.
Donald Copeland say he's just stoned.
He probably is. Knowing TG, that probably is the case. And then we're going to get this random text whenever he comes back to life. And he'll be like, hey, bro, I'm ready to go right now. Like, TG, really, bro? We do this every time. We talk about this, bro. You know it's all love, man. We will spin the block. It is not a biggie. But, bro, it doesn't work like that, man. All right? But that's my dog, though, man. That's my dog. But I hope all is well with him, man. Hopefully none of my negative circle is flowing on his side either, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hopefully I just keep that to myself. But I would say I got two guys, man, in terms of biggest offseason additions. I love the Pat Peterson pickup. I think we needed a proven big time guy in that back end, not just because we were losing Cam Sutton, but because we needed that feel. You know, we needed that Joe Hayden type, that Ike Taylor type, that when we walk out, it's like, nah, we feel really good about ours, so you better have something crazy over there. And with Pat P, we got that. With Pat P now, instead of Levi Wallace having to prove he can be a number one corner, he gets to just be a high end too. Now, instead of JPJ feeling forced to be the number one corner day one, he gets to get eased into this thing. Why is that important? We remember Artie Burns. We remember how that worked out. Yeah, he had a decent first year, but that second year, it kind of cost him. It went the other direction. And that's because, to me, man, when you start putting guys out there too soon, it can hurt him more than it can help him. You know, for him, he has to learn from that. But hopefully we as an organization have learned from that as well.
Probably even just to have someone to keep you in check.
Seriously, man.
To have Peterson here for 2 years. Like, if Porter does really good this year, you don't want to get, like, over your head or anything.
Seriously, man.
But you got a Peterson who's been here and knows what it takes to be a Hall of Famer.
And doing it every single year. And that's one of the things, like I said, man, that to me, I loved that signing. But then on the flip side, I love the Broderick Jones pickup, man. Yes, I could talk Isaac Seumalo because he's proven. Yes, I could talk Nate Herbig because he's another proven guy, and how it pushes down and makes the depth of our interior offensive line that much better. But to me, man, we have one of the top three tackles that we had scouted, right? That we were talking about even on this show. Forget what everybody else was talking about. What we talked about. And it's like, man, I just think what he brings, whether you're talking the competition for Dan Moore, the depth to that room, but ultimately the high-end ceiling that this guy has in contrast to Dan Moore, to me, he's a winner. He's coming off of natty championships at Georgia, where it was a big-time program. He's handled adversity, losing a teammate, and you hear how he's been able to use that as motivation. I also like the fact that you see him when you look on his social media. He's doing stuff in the community, doing good stuff as a young guy. So it's like, man, to me, I just think that you potentially have your guy for the next 10 years. You know, if he can produce and grow into what he's supposed to be, on paper, all of that looks good. Obviously, we got to see what it looks like. But I really like that, we're able to get a piece that's going to be able to be here with this franchise quarterback that we just drafted, or at least the hopes of this franchise quarterback that we drafted. At least now we got our quarterback, we have our receiver in Pickens, we got our running back in Naj, and now we got that left tackle in Broderick. It's just like across the board, and that doesn't even count Muth or even the potential of a Darnell Washington. But when you're talking about the cornerstone pieces of your team, the cornerstone pieces of your offense and defense, to me, we finally have those things at the same time. And that's something that we've kind of missed out on these past couple of years in transition.
Yeah, I agree with you, even though my draft day reaction would say otherwise. I really like the Broderick pickup. And then, I mean, you could argue about the JPJ draft pick even, but I think you're right. Having Peterson here to set the tone, to bring that veteran presence is going to be awesome. And because after last year ended, or just all of last year, really. I mean, we had a young team. And then as last year ended, it's like, okay, this team's going to develop. This team's going to get better going into 2023. But it's nice to have some extra veteran presence around there, too, to help guide us. And, we brought in a ton of dudes that have gone deep in the playoffs for various teams. Then you have a guy like Peterson, who's a Hall of Famer, who's done it at a high level for very long. I mean, even last year, you brought it up.
Bro.
If you go just based off strictly stats alone, he was arguably a top 10 corner.
15 PBUs, 5 interceptions. We talked about if he did that here, he would have been our number one guy.
So I like that. Yeah, I like bringing in Peterson. And it came after us losing Cam Sutton. So we needed to bring in someone to replace him, especially heading into that draft where you never know. It played out perfectly for us because we got JPJ in the second round. But you don't know if those top 3 corners are going to go in the top 10, and you might miss out on one of those guys.
Yeah.
So to have that insurance, to have a guy it's only going to help the whole defense. It helps the secondary. He'll be just a multiplier in terms of his presence and leadership.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to play good too.
I do too. But you need that, though, bro.
We're going to be able to move him all over the field, he's saying.
Seriously,
I want to showcase my versatility here.
Yeah. But like I said, man, being a guy that has shared the locker room with Pat P. And actually, I did want to let y'all know, man, I put a little Q&A up in the chat section to drop who you guys think has been the biggest Steelers addition this offseason. All right, so make sure y'all tap in with that. But going back to the JPJ vibe, man, being a guy that has actually had a chance to share the locker room with him out in Arizona, like I said, man, you watch how guys gravitate to him. You watch how younger players and even those middle-class veterans, a guy like Levi Wallace, right? He's a middle-class guy. He's not a $100 million corner. He's not on a vet or a rookie minimum or a vet minimum. That's the middle class. But you watch how those type of guys gravitate to a Pat P. Being in that locker room with him in AZ and seeing that type of stuff, man, it was dope. It made the guys around him want to play better. It made them want to watch tape more. It made them want to do extra work. It made them just elevate their play. And that's something that we have been missing a little bit. Granted, we had talented players here, and Cam Sutton is a dope leader, but Cam Sutton isn't going to be able to do and have the same type of effect that a Pat P has when Pat P walk in that room. Cam Sutton walking in the room, it's like, it was dope. Cam a vibe. Cam love Cam. Everybody know Cam, that's my partner. Good dude. But it's like when Pat P walk in, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like it just hit a little bit different. You watch him a little bit closer. When he says something, you're like, okay, this got to be important. If he's doing it out there, I'm definitely going to do it. And that's the other part that I think, is really going to pay dividends as well, man. Just piggyback on what you were saying.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I'm reading the chat coming off of your question here. Pittsburgh Steel Lit says Allen Robinson.
Shout
in the
out
slot.
to Allen Robinson. I like that. I mean, that's a dope pickup as well. Obviously, we know Proven has had success in the league. We know this last year, like I said, with the Rams, it was a little bit of a weird scenario with some of the injuries and the quarterback situation, but the talent is there. We even did a little film session on him to kind of highlight what he still has available to him and what he still is going to bring to this offense potentially. But that's another guy that has led this league before in receiving yards. Like, we don't just talk about that lightly. We know the players that have been in this league. We know the receivers that play in this league. So whenever you're talking about being at the top of any statistical category for a season, that is, some high-end talent right there. So, yeah, I definitely like that.
I'm sorry. This team's loaded.
It is. That's
I'm
what
sorry.
I'm saying.
This team's loaded. I was talking to my buddy at the bar yesterday, too. Just talking about Steelers, talking about football.
Mm-hmm.
Allen Robinson as our third receiver.
Think about it.
The draft that we just had, the line that we just built, this defense.
Mm-hmm. Allen Robinson was the number one receiver 2 years ago. Allen Robinson was trying to be the number one receiver last year. Granted, we know they had Triple Crown over there in terms of, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Cooper Kupp. But he was brought out there to be a guy. And it's like, we're looking at him over here like,
now,
man.
Beckham got hurt, but like he was supposed to be Beckham's replacement.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a part of that. Absolutely. So it was like, you bring him here, and we don't even look at him or expect that. We're just like, come here and, try to be our third guy. Compete with Calvin Austin. Show us who's better between y'all two. Like, that is a dope. Like, we are very talented, man. Our biggest question is just the youth development. Man, Canada. That's the combo, man. Can the youth,
Canada better listen to Batch and give Kenny the range.
And
let him make some audibles.
And Kenny better develop, right? It goes hand in hand. They both got to trust each other. They both got to work together. They both got to reward each other's trust. Because if Matt Canada is giving Kenny all this leeway, but Kenny is out here making bad decisions, then now that's hurting us more than it's helping us. But the flip side is if Matt isn't allowing Kenny that freedom and is handicapping
we'll need
us,
a midseason check-in from Batch.
Yeah. Oh, no, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
See what he's seeing out there.
Like, see, Batch, talk to me, man. What you got? All right? You could talk this. I can't talk it like how you talk it. I like when you talk it. All right? Shout out to C Batch, too, man. All right.
Now Steeler Mutt says mine is Mount Washington.
Oh, y'all know he was one of my favorites in the draft. Loved what he brings to this offense,
A lot of people are saying Washington. John Easton says Washington, too.
Serious? Okay. Now, Rod Dollar, he says Keanu Neal. I like the Keanu Neal pickup, especially on the hills of
goes back
Edmonds.
to what I just said. Our team's loaded. Oh, yeah. I forgot we picked up Keanu Neal.
Oh, we did get this guy, huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, just Keanu Neal, just hanging around here somewhere. Yeah, I like that, Rod. I could definitely see Keanu, man.
Hopefully we get Quan, too.
Do we know what's going on with the meeting? Has the visit happened, because I saw the reports, and I still haven't seen,
It was supposed to be Monday night.
The other day, right? That's what I thought. Yeah. But it's Wednesday right now. I haven't heard anything.
And the whole story, or the whole, I guess the theory is if someone leaves without a contract, they ain't getting one, right?
Yeah, typically.
Is that true 100% of the time?
No, it's not that they're not getting one. A contract is always offered. It's always negotiated. But if you don't come into that agreement while you're there, typically you don't. Because it's like, if I got you in town, I done done all this medical on you, I done take you out to dinner, I done wine and dined you, and we can't get this deal done, we can't make these numbers work, all right, bro. So that's typically why. Because then they're like, all right, we're going to bring the next free agent in, because we don't know wherever you go, what are they going to tell you? And you're not going to try and play me versus him, even though it do help out every once in a while when you play, the team versus another team. It's make the money go up a little higher, But, yeah. We will see, though, man. Because I'm trying to think, when Bud signed with Atlanta, he never took the visit there. I don't remember. I remember the visit here, no deal, and then it was like days, oh, he signed with Atlanta.
You're right.
Yeah.
It was out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We also got... Yeah, we got a lot of Washingtons here. But
I got some...
Steely Mike's saying Isaac Seumalo, he used the super chat, says Isaac Seumalo is the best signing.
Mm-hmm.
X Concept says Isaac Seumalo will fix the whole left side. Broderick Jones is icing on the cake, O-line wise.
I like that, man. No, Isaac is a really good player, man. Without a doubt. He's definitely going to help revamp that offensive line, man, and just make it more productive, more physical. Like I said, he's a good player, man. Really good player. Shoot, let's see. Tito Whitaker brings up Cole Holcomb and Landon Roberts with the inside linebackers.
He was tired of the D. Bush experience.
Oh, chill, man. Don't do that. We was just using them wrong. Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be the reason why he brought up those inside linebackers.
Yeah.
Because I feel like their class of signing compared to a bunch of our other ones, and even particularly some of our draft picks, it's not there. So he must have been really focused on that inside linebacker room and saying, we just need to get D. Bush out of here. And whoever we bring in is going to be a huge positive.
That might be it then, man.
I guarantee that's
might
his
be
theory. Guarantee it.
I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah, that was less about Holcomb and Roberts and more about getting D. Bush out of here.
He low-key was for real with it, too, though. Dang, bro, of all the signings, those were the two. I like my linebackers now. Don't get it twisted. But yeah.
I like those signings too.
They dope. They're good players.
2 thumpers.
Now, Big Noriega Bayless, this your homie right here. He brought up Broderick Jones and JPJ. Like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
They got to be in the top 5.
Yeah, especially the JPJ one, man. We know that's sexy position of need. And he was one of the top dudes in terms of just some of the pre-scouted like mock boards and all that stuff, man. So I do like that, man. I like it.
Steve Brooks says more Bush strays.
And that's the other thing. Why would we be taking shots at Bush all the time? What Bush done? But Bush has moved on, and he is all good now. He's
X Concept says Moats needs to box D Bush for tarnishing the 5.5. I'd pay to see that.
I am nonviolent. Haven't you been hearing all this stuff? All these little things have been popping up. I'm trying to avoid reacting. I'm trying to just stay zenned out like a Buddhist monk. You know, you see how I'm over here with my namaste? Y'all trying to get me back on the wrong path, man. I'm keeping my hands to myself, okay? Keep our hands to ourselves. I like it, though. I like it. But, yeah, man, I feel like, you know, we do have a ton of candidates, but you hit it on it, man. When you talk about these type of players that we brought in, the type of depth that we have offensively and defensively now, like, we're not going to walk into a ton of I don't see a lot of stadiums where we're going to walk into and we're going to feel like we're outmatched from a talent perspective. I don't feel that. I feel like we're going to be able to match up with everyone. It's literally going to be, can we execute and do what we're supposed to do, man?
Yeah, I need to put more money on the win total over. I really do.
Go ahead, read it back up there, man. What you waiting on?
Needs to be some big-time Big Deke investments, I think.
I'm about to say, man. Hey, they say
I got 300. I got 300 on it right now.
They say scared money don't make money.
If I literally think it's a guaranteed, why not put more in?
Is it even a?
Get my money back? Get my money back, and well, how would you even phrase it? If you put 1,000 on it, you make 1,000. That's in investment terms. What percentage are you getting on that? Is that considered 50? It's 100% return.
That's 100% return on your investment. If you say you put a band in, you get a whole band back, right?
Yeah.
That what you said? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because usually you put the band in, you get 500 back, and that's like, all right.
Where else are you getting that at?
Yeah. I could dig it, man. I like how you working, man. I like how you're working.
That's how my thought process is with the Steelers win total.
Okay.
It's a lot. 8.5. Like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. It's actually a joke. It's an insult.
Let's check it right now. Is it still at 8.5 right now? We got time. Let's pull it up real quick. Let's just see.
All right,
let's just see.
Give me a sec.
Because if it's still at 8.5, this might be one of the ones. If it's still at 8.5 today, this might be one of the ones. The app is ready. Shout out to DraftKings. Promo code Moats. Remember that. They're not a sponsor today, but y'all already know we rock with them.
If they were smart, they would have bumped it up. I mean, I think you bump it up to 10.
I hope they don't.
I mean, even 9.
Leave it at 8.5 one time for the boy.
Even 9's a little absurd. Let me go to NFL odds. Kevin Hart is...
He's like dominating your screen right now, bruh.
He's not helping out. I'm trying to navigate this. He's just smiling back at me and laughing because I can't figure out how to work this computer or configure this site. Okay, I think it's just team futures, right?
Should be, yeah.
Regular season wins. What do you think?
I think they bumped it up. I think they're gonna have it at 10. I don't see how
your squad's at 10.5.
Ho. You said my squad. Can you clarify, please?
Squad's at 10.5. Minus 140 on the over.
Can you clarify when you say my squad? I just want to make sure we're talking about the same team.
The Buffalo Bills.
See, you doing a lot. See, that's crazy.
Okay. It's moved a little bit. The odds have moved a little bit. They still have it at 8.5, but now it's minus 130. It was at minus 105 around draft time. It was at even before the draft.
Yeah.
So it's moved a little bit.
So you said it went
People
from 105
are taking my advice.
to 130. But you still getting good odds on that, though.
I think so.
Yeah, you still getting real good odds.
Yeah. I mean, still good. You're right. It's still good odds.
I like that, man. See, I better tap in with that, man. You best to tap in. I like that. I like that a lot right there.
It's on my mind right now.
I could dig that. All right, let me end this here Q&A. Like I said, because I don't see any new... Oh, they bringing in Omar Khan as the best offseason addition. Yeah, Omar Khan has been on one, without a doubt.
He was last year's offseason addition.
What I'm saying. When they made him the head honcho.
That was last year.
Already.
You want to just go through these super chats?
Yeah, let's do that, man. And shoot, if if we don't get anything back, we did just have a do we claimed. We'll react to that real quick and see where we go from there.
Samurai Finn says Spurs are back. Wemby bandwagoners aren't welcome. I like that energy.
Wow. How do we get there already, man? How do we get to the Wemby bandwagoners?
I like that. Hey, well, he's a Spurs fan, and he's probably been through some of these lean years.
But you could just...
And doesn't want people jumping on the bandwagon just because they got Wembanyama.
Well, you finally got somebody that's worth a while, before, since Kawhi left, it's been a little light down there. Then y'all got rid of Murray. It was like, man, y'all really light down there. That's it.
That's what he's saying, though. He doesn't want any of those bandwagoners.
Man, they said that about the Lakers, too, when LeBron came in. Now everybody was cheering about that championship. I don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear that. They was like, hey, man, we don't want none of you bandwagon Laker fans coming over here. When LeBron won that championship, he was over here, we did it, guys. We won us a championship. So, yeah, it's going to be that same energy with them bandwagon fans in San Antonio if Victor is able to do that down there, too. We'll all be cheering together. Bandwagoners and purebloods. Mm-hmm.
Young Shad 101. Hey, Moats, hope you get the email.
All right, now, see, I'm going to check the email again. I got that last one. When I put it up there, I'm just telling you now, the next time y'all see this Bills petition, it's going to be filled out. It's going to have multiple names up there, all right? Just trust me on this. I got y'all. Don't worry. I got each and every one of y'all, though. Because I know how y'all feel. I know it's all love. Y'all just try to mask it with this fake hatred. But I know deep down, y'all are all like Deke, man. Y'all all love Buffalo. Yeah.
Buffalo sauce.
Deke said he loves Buffalo. He said, I love Buffalo. That's what you said. That I heard that.
No.
That's on record. It's part of history. It's part of the show's history now. You love Buffalo. It was set up here today, man.
It's fake news.
Nope. It's fake news.
Berg City 6-time champ says, blessings, bros. Just got on. I made a comment last interview with Chuck. Didn't we have Chuck? Ben, Byron, Bruce at the same time.
Bruce!
Oh.
He is Toledo. That was the one.
That's who he was talking about.
Totally forgot Bruce. Shout out to Bruce. Bruce was in that XFL. He was getting it on, man. He was the OC for St. Louis. Yes. I thought about that with AJ McCarron and Hakeem. No wonder Hakeem was lighting it up. See? He had a good guy on in this end.
Someone never disappoints with the connection.
There it is. See, we should have known. We should have known there was a connection here somehow, some way. That was a connection, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Bruce Gronkowski, man. But yes, he is. Yeah, that does make 4. You're right. We was over here talking about some Chad Pennington. Who else we say? We named somebody else.
Yeah, it was Chad Pennington. Chad Pennington, Byron Leftwich, Ben, Batch.
That was 4. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
And then he says, I wish you would have asked Chuck my who am I hint. No worries, though.
Man, yeah, we definitely wish we did, too. We saw it after the interview. That was the only issue with it. But, no, we definitely appreciate you tapping in, though, man.
Remix, over, under on camp fights.
In terms of rookie minicamp, probably wasn't anything crazy going on out there. OTAs, you might get 2 throughout the practices. But in terms of when training camp starts, that's when it goes down. I actually think we'll get a good amount this year, man. But Coach Tomlin, he's big on, he preaches like he doesn't want fights because he always says there's not an MMA camp. He doesn't care about, how well you fight. I care about how well you play football. We're not skilling you to be combat guys. We're skilling you to be football players. So he's always like big on that part. But yeah, it's a lot of testosterone. It's a lot of alphas. It's a lot of guys that feel like they nice. And sometimes you got to educate guys that they not nice like that. Even if they think they really, really nice. And sometimes, man, after you show it to them, you got to show it to them again. And then it gets a little physical. But so be it.
I think I missed Young Shad gifting some Arthur Moats memberships, too.
Oh, whoa. Shout out to Young
Joshua
Shad.
Welling, Eric Winslow, Bobby Burt, Nate Witherspoon, and Brian A.
Hey, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I should have known Young Shad was paying the beautiful love to Bills people. He was like, I created this Bills petition, but ultimately I'm trying to bring in more Bills supporters. And that's why he gifted it to those 5 people specifically, because he knows that those 5 people are actually transplants from the 716, man. Okay, all 5 of them. I don't care where they're from the 716. Wherever they're living at now, they came from Buffalo. I don't know if you knew that, though, Deke. But Young Shad, he did do that. And he did it intentionally. So I appreciate you doing that, man.
That might be fake news as well.
No, that's highly accurate, man. Would I get up here and say anything less than truth? Come on, man. You know how I roll.
Kenneth Moses, would you mentor Robinson if he asked?
Oh, without a doubt, man. In terms of like that type of stuff, man, I always try to pride myself on being a dude that is available to the younger guys, because in this position, man, it is just a lot that goes on and off the field. We focus a lot on like the football side of it, but the whole life side of it is just as important. In fact, a little backstory, before I even decided to like tap into like the media field, started a podcast, meet Deke and all that, probably like a couple weeks before I met Deke, man, I was meeting with the Steelers, man, talking about being their player development guy. Like, that was more of the angle that I was trying to go, because I just wanted to have that type of impact. I think about the player development coach and how it's really like that whole life on and off the field, charity stuff as well. So yeah, I looked at that. I was actually flirting with Pitt. Thought about, pulling up on them, had talked with some of their guys over there. Yeah, man.
You'd have been there with Kenny.
Yeah, I low-key would have, yeah, man, because it was that time. Yeah, absolutely, man. But that was definitely what I wanted to do. I was just torn between, do I want to do that or do I want to do media? Obviously, I saw which side one, but I was like, I can still have a platform and I can still tap into some of that, but the media is definitely more of what I want. I want to be, I like to talk, I like to be out. Whereas that's more like in an office, suit or dress clothes every day going into the building. I ain't want to do that. So, but yeah, man. Yeah. So if he was open to it, I would definitely do that, man, because something I'm passionate about. So absolutely.
AJ Martinez, Yo, X, Prez, Sabotage 7, C-Batch. Shout out to Lexi, graduation tomorrow.
Shout out to Lexi, grad
Love
tomorrow.
to Miss Trita. Shout out to Barbarian, Stan, Jesus, and prayers to all in the chat.
Shout out. It's always fun when AJ pulls up, right? AJ go through his list. X, Prez, X President. You know what I'm saying? Sabotage 7. You got to Sabotage 7. Everybody knows that. It's always Sabotage 7. C-Badge, got to shout him out because he didn't pull up on the show last time. If you haven't checked that interview out, definitely go check that interview out, man. Yeah. And then Lexi's graduating tomorrow. I like that, man. Never grown with that. And you always got to shout out Miss Trita. Everybody know that. Hopefully everything is good. Last time we remembered. Yeah. She wasn't getting married, was she? Was she going to get married? I can't remember. I get nervous every time I start asking about.
I think she was.
I feel like she was the one in the fiance, and I felt like that was the one. Just being careful, but salute Lexi. We'll leave it positive. Salute Lexi.
He says, AJ Martinez again says, I will send the cheetah after the fake 5-5.
Yikes!
Deke Moats #1.
Yikes! Don't send the cheetah, and nobody's a fake 5-5. He was a raw 5-5. He was authentic. Okay, he was genuine. It just didn't. It wasn't what we thought it was going to be all the way, but he still was real.
AJ Martinez says, big rollin' dirty with some 8 hate. Much love.
He's talking about Noriega.
You think?
Big Noriega rolling with that 8 hate. Because you always say, that's his brand, though. Like, we know that you 7 first, KP8 afterwards. That's your brand. Big Noriega is no longer Kenny hate, is just not Kenny optimism, which is still respectable. That's growth for him. Shout out to Noriega. Yeah.
Sean McCartney says, love Moats makes fun of Deke for love for both Ben and Kenny.
Yeah.
But Moats got 3 to 4 teams to root for. Steelers, Bills, Cowboys, and Vikings. Wow. AKA Cousins.
That is actually crazy, man. I don't appreciate this slander that y'all are putting on my fandom, okay? I need you to respect my fandom, okay? I'm a real fan. I'm a diehard fan, all right? Yeah. I just happen to be diehard for 2 organizations, okay? The Cowboys, that's like childhood sweetheart, okay? We dated when I was younger. It was cool. It was my first kiss. But other than that, like, all right, it's over. I done moved past it, all right? Kirk Cousins and the Vikings, that's a little fling. You know what I'm saying? It was a spring break thing. It was fun. He said, you like that? I was like, I do, and I got caught in the moment, all right? And then he got the chains on. Kirk chains. All right, cool. But y'all know I'm faithful, okay? I'm faithful. Yeah. In a polygamy way. There we go. So shout out to my Steelers and my Bills. All right? I can love both. Why can't I? Okay? God gave me enough heart to love everybody. So I'm going to love them both. All right? And speaking of Buffalo, I did actually find out what that golf course was. It's Oak Hill. That's the one that's in Rochester. When I was telling you about.
Oh yeah. It's
and
this weekend.
Yeah, I was like, when we do training camp, at times we've had like the PGA up there. That's what it was. I couldn't remember what the name of the course was. Oak Hill. That's it.
Usually they had the PGA, or they used to, in August.
Yeah,
so that makes sense.
Training,
they moved the PGA Championship to May over these last like 3 years.
Yeah, so that's what when I saw him talk about it, I was like, yo, that was it. I could not think of it.
And they're doing it this weekend.
They are. See, we should have went, bro. We could have went to Anchor Bar because I still owe you Anchor Bar. Could have took you there.
Right. What, Buffalo Wings up there,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. We could have bumped into, the facility, learn, see some of the old pit guys, DeMar. See DeMar, right. Huh? We're doing good. Yeah. Okay. And then after that, we could have just jet down there to watch the PGA, man.
I mean, if you take me up there, I'm definitely wearing Steeler
No, don't. See,
I'm definitely wearing
doing
Steeler jersey.
so much. Why you gotta do that, man? Why you gotta do that? What if you just put on a white T-shirt? Can you put on a white T-shirt?
I couldn't.
What about a black T-shirt? Can we just put like just? What if you just wore this outfit? What if you just wore this again? You don't even have to change. Just keep this on and you're good, bro.
No.
What about your draft night? Put your draft night outfit on. Put that outfit on and we good, man.
Gotta wear at least a Steeler hat.
What?
At least.
Can you turn it backward? You want to turn it? That's
no forward. I'd prefer jersey. I would definitely wear jersey.
What about your Pirates? What's your Pirates hat? I like your Pirates hat. I think your Pirates hat looks good. I love your Pirates hat.
Not for that occasion. I do too like that hat. I'm with you.
Your Pirates hat.
But not for that occasion.
It would be perfect for that occasion,
I'm wearing
man.
something Steeler and I'm wearing it on the front.
The Pirates hat is perfect. Just a little P. Everybody be like, oh, all right, that's cool. You'd be good, man.
I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
That's crazy, man.
I got to go up and represent.
We know you represent.
Well, you know how you were saying your job back in the day as a rookie was to just blast the center for those long snaps or whatever on the punt teams. Well, I think that's my job. I got to go up there, represent the Steelers.
No. You misheard
and kind of intimidate the Bills. Say like, look, this is what's coming. This is next up in the league. Watch out for KPA.
First off, you misspoke. You misheard me, man. I never said that. I never did that. I never implied that. Okay, we're on the same team here, man.
So my job's to go up there and and ruffle their mind a little bit.
Remember
they
I
see
said
the Steeler logo, they get a little flustered.
You remember I said the rules have altered, they've changed since then, so we have to like evolve as well. It's no longer about intimidation. It's about unification. It's about coming together under the same umbrella, which is football, baby.
No, I gotta let the Bills players up there know what to look out for.
We don't even play each other except in the preseason, and that definitely doesn't count. It's the preseason. It does not count. So what do we? It's no smoke this year.
Oh, there's smoke.
There is zero smoke this year. We do not play them. They do not play us. Everything is good. Regular season, y'all do y'all. They do they. Everything good. See, boom. Yeah, I like that. Just like that. See, no issues either way. One band, one sound. Woosah.
AJ Martinez has gifted 5 Arthur Moats memberships.
Bruh, let's go.
Jack
AJ.
Bauer was one of them. Carl, Malachi Esposito, the Bloody 99, and also Stephen Smith.
Man, welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we are truly grateful for each and every one of y'all joining in on this Upper Room. Shout out to AJ though for being a rock star, baby. Yes, sir.
Young Shad 101 says, LMAO, Lord, you gonna lie on me again? Come on now, Moats. Thought we was better than that. That's why I started the petition. Hashtag fake news.
I don't know what he's talking about. There is zero fake news except the slander that is coming against my name, okay? I don't accept this slander that y'all trying to put on me, man. Stop trying to tear down my reputation, okay? I know what you said, Young Shad. I read the email. In fact, I'm gonna read the email verbatim real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Should I get? I was about to get email out. I ain't gonna get email out, okay? But I'm pulling up, okay? Young Shad 1-on-1. All right, here we go.
What did he do? He read a paragraph or something?
He sent the upgrade.
He sent the upgrade.
He sent the upgrade, and we're gonna read what it says. It says, "Oh my God, the Bills are amazing. The love that I have for the colors blue and red and white." He said, outside of the American flag, the Bills do it the best in terms of how they distribute the color. That's what he said. He says, I'm going to sign the petition in bold letters saying that I feel like we should all come together, one band and one sound. That's what he said, okay? That is directly what he said. Deke, that's pretty accurate, right? No fake news over here, man.
This is pretty funny.
This is what he said, bro. Is that what he said? It seems like that's what he said, man.
Listen, I got LASIK, so I could read pretty good now.
Hey, chill out. Oh, yeah, you right. Chill out. You doing too much.
I don't know if that's exactly what it says.
It's a strong possibility that's what he said. It's fairly close. I would say it's fairly close. All right. And in fact, Deke, I've learned how to work my computer a little bit. All right. So we're gonna talk. Okay, we're gonna talk for a little bit, but then I'm gonna see if I can get this new petition back up in a little bit. All right. Okay. So we're gonna spend a little time with this thing. We'll have a little fun today. Okay. Cause we still got some time right now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Actually, let me go to the next super. Rich Rasmussen says, just read that Mason got 2 back. Wonder what he paid.
Everything's negotiable. We did hear Seabass.
You think he had to pay?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think it's one of those things. Granted, the number was already technically gone, but by rule, for the NFL, as long as you don't play in an actual like regular season game or preseason game, they can switch your number without any real issues there. So to me, I kind of looked at it like that. Just more so like Mason is the familiar guy. Mason has been here. So that's why we're going to let Mason get his number back. Whereas Tanner wasn't drafted, wasn't a ton of like pedigree or cachet involved with him coming onto the squad. So ultimately, that's why it's not as significant for them to be able to, hit him with, how about we put you in number 3 this time?
Now, 2 wasn't a random number from Morgan because he wore that all throughout Minnesota.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, in terms of him at the NFL level, he hasn't put that on.
Oh, no, I agree. Yeah. It should have went back to Mason. I agree. Although, I would have preferred Mason rolling with 0. No one believed in me.
But he would have to actually...
No one in Steeler Nation likes me.
If he could get on that field rocking it, I think it would be hard. I just don't think it would have looked the best when they put that first picture of him up in OTAs and he on the sideline with that 0 on.
I think he just owned it. I think he just owned it with self-awareness. Like, not the most liked around here. Although... I will never forget that poll from last year that came out. 75% of Steeler Nation wanted Mason Rudolph to start against the Panthers over Mason.
I do remember that.
So, Mason's approval rating, low key, was off the charts at the end of last year.
You're right.
But in general, I think his approval rating's bad.
I do remember that, man.
All it took was Mitch to throw those 3 picks against the Ravens. Everyone loved Mason. Everyone loved him. Mitch played really good against the Panthers. He did.
Mitch low-key played well against the Ravens, minus the 3 picks.
I know.
That was the part that just blew it.
He had some really nice passes.
Yeah. It's like, bro, you had one job, man. If you could have just kept this thing going without the picks, man, we would have been good, bro. How
about this one? I like this for Hakeem Butler. He's rocking 21. It's kind of hard.
At the wide receiver position, too.
How's that possible?
Well, the rules...
I know it's legal NFL-wise, but with the Steelers... What are we not allowing then?
Well, what do you mean?
Why couldn't JPJ get 5? Or is it just single digits? Like we're kind of conservative on.
Yeah, the single digit element is the difference. Yeah, but I wonder, does he keep the number if after the preseason, and do they make him
just something
switch
for now? Right?
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, JPJ should have 5. Luke Barku has number 35. Oh, that's bad. Well, that's Arthur Maulet's number. Arthur Maulet's a slot, though.
That's what I'm saying. That ain't
for an outside corner. 35 is no good.
That ain't the best. It's not the most ideal number. It's not the most ideal number. Yeah.
Any luck with the?
Oh yeah. I'm almost done. You keep talking. I'm almost done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for Mason getting his number back.
I would agree with that, man. I'm happy for him. Actually, he deserves it. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're gonna deal with that type of trial and tribulation, that type of adversity. All right, let me get to where I save this thing at. You just keep on talking, man. Just keep doing what you doing over there. All right, I'm almost done.
Sean McCartney says Moats belongs to the streets with these team flings.
No, don't do me like that, man. I'm actually a good guy. Y'all know that. All right. Actually, I forgot why I say this name too. Lord.
AJ Martinez says, yeah, the mistreated unknown, but she said hi. You guys are way. No word on wedding. Shout out to 5'5". Yeah. 5'2". Sure. 9'3". What the hell? LOL. Is 8 the only safe one? What does he mean by that? I don't know what he means by about 95% of that comment, to be honest.
A lot of times we don't, but you just keep reading it, and it's like eventually we catch.
There's no word on the wedding. Is that a good thing?
Well, because remember he was talking about crashing the like when they were at the altar, and then putting his whole Mac down and all that other stuff. So I do like that part at least. So yeah. All right.
John Easton has. He has one of our boxing cards here.
Oh, let me hear what he got for me,
He's got a suggestion. Bell versus Burfict. Oh, he brings up this one, too. This is an oldie. Deke versus Cassius Marsh.
We actually haven't had that talk in a minute.
William versus Noriega. Who's William?
William versus Noriega.
Live on pay-per-view.
Who is William? Who we messing on William?
I think he's talking about William Cecil. I think they're going at it right now.
Oh, we in the chat with it. Gotcha. All right. Come on, baby. I think.
Yeah, JPJ is definitely not getting 5 because Tanner Morgan now has 5. That's what Rich Rasmussen says. That's a bummer. It's definitely a bummer. Now, Morgan may not make the team now that we have Mason Rudolph.
You said wait him out. Oh.
Dude, I mean, it's not happening, though. I mean, if Darnell Washington doesn't get 0 and JPJ doesn't get 5 right now, then they're just not going to get it. Unless Rooney changes his ways as the year goes on. But if someone has 5, like if Morgan eventually makes the team, has 5, I don't think he's just giving it up.
Why would he? Because he's earned it now, yeah. If he does go like that, right?
Unless JP's willing to fork over some cash.
Bro. All right, I think I almost got this thing.
Okay. Well, this is a good one to bring up right now. Actually.
I like it, man. Keep going.
Gorilla Mode. AB playing in a game for his team May 27th.
Is he for real? Stop playing, man. No. Stop playing.
It's not a joke. It's definitely not a joke. I'm about to pull up the article right now. Antonio Brown says he will play for Albany Empire.
He said he going to bring that money in. That's what that is. That's definitely what that means.
This is on some type of local New York website news.
That's definitely what that means, man. He said, I'm done with y'all trying me. I'm done with y'all thinking that it's a game, that it's sweet over here. Let me show y'all that I can still get it done. Honestly, though, it does make sense for him if you think about it. If he's trying to get back to the league, if he's truly trying to get back, you need to show that you still got that pack on you.
I don't think he's trying to get back in the league.
What do you think he's trying to do then, man?
Money.
In terms of just generating more dollars for the squad?
That could be it, but also I guess he doesn't have to worry about paying himself, right?
Why are you like this, bro? You don't have to pay himself. Bro, I don't think it's going to work right now.
It's not working today?
Yeah. It's giving me one of them days again, man. I'm like, bro, I got you right here. I see you're saved. Why are you acting crazy on me, man? All right, I'm going to try this one last time, Deke.
Okay.
One last time. Okay? If this doesn't save this time, I'm just going to chalk it up, man. I know when the universe is not on my side. Okay? Sometimes I feel like it tries to get me it's not on my side, Deke. Okay.
He has a choice between 2 games. They're very far apart. What is the Albany schedule like? He says he's either going to play in a game for the May 27th or June 17th.
May 27th or June 17th.
There's no way there's a month layoff
That's
in between
what I'm saying.
games.
Like,
he said, it says
or is
both
those like
are
home
games.
games? That's what it.
So he's playing one game and calling it. This is strictly for buzz. It has nothing to do with...
It's strictly promotion, bro.
Actually trying to win. This doesn't feel right.
So let's talk then. How do you think he does?
Who's his quarterback?
Who's he signed?
I don't know. What is this, Arena League? So this is, oh my God. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure there's going to be a couple highlights or something, but it's just ain't going to hit the same. This is going to be like seeing Martavis in that fan control thing.
Oh, wait, was it Manziel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
T.O. was in that one too. This is a big time gimmick. I don't like it.
Oh, man, I thought I had it. I think what's going on is this, bro. Because we are actually live in the middle of a stream through the software, it's not going to let me add this graphic right now. It's hating on us, man. It's hating on us. Otherwise, I was about to hit us with some more of that production. You know how I do when I be like, oh, every Give me a second. But I ain't gonna do that today because I feel like I'm gonna really mess it up. I don't want to mess with it. But just know, young Shad, we ain't here tomorrow. We ain't tripping. I have it at the beginning. I do got it's because it's multiple names that have already signed this petition. I don't know if you know this. It's multiple names, Deke.
I didn't see any names yet.
Well, you had the wrong angle. I was peeping. I was like really doing surgery over here, and I've actually identified.
Well, which one are you talking about?
The updated one, not the original one. The original one wasn't so hot. The updated one that he just sent though, with that email, that one's fire. I'm gonna make sure that that's prepared for tomorrow's show at the beginning. Like how today, we're gonna make sure it's ready for tomorrow.
Well, yeah. Like I said, we saw different things there. I think.
Well, you LASIK. You know what I'm saying? So
I know.
You still,
my vision's
you still
amazing.
recovering, man. Like,
no.
You want me? No, you just got. It's the strain. I get it. Sometimes they say with the strain, the peripheral will be a little off. So I get that, bro. I get it, man. But the one I'm gonna show you tomorrow, that one, oh, that one will be fire. That's the one you need to see, D.
Young Shad 101 responds, says, "See what happens when you lie on people, Moats. LMAO. Can't believe you."
No lies told, man. I'm gonna put it up there for the people to see the facts. The same way I put this one up here today, unaltered. I didn't alter. Was it altered on the screen? It was not altered on the screen. Everybody saw it as you sent it. So I'm gonna make sure that I put this one up there in a similar manner. Yeah. It's like based on a true story. So
828 Style says the number 35 at corner for the Steelers mean bust, a.k.a. Delton Hall. Look him up. He was horrible. Deke got that Star-Lord look going on. LOL.
Shout out to Star. Bro, you got that new guy? That new
I heard it's amazing.
Bro.
I heard it's unreal. And I liked the first two, so I need to check this out.
Deke, me and wifey left out that thing. I'm like, babe, I low-key think that was the best one. Like,
that's what I've heard.
The storyline, the action, the emotion, the action scenes, like, across the way. I said action twice. Like, it was that much. Yeah, it was dope, bro.
You gotta see it.
And it was good length. It didn't feel like it drug on, but it didn't feel like, dang, that was it. Like, yeah. Because we took little man to a little birthday party, and they went to a little drive-in. And literally, bro, watching that joint, we're just like, yeah, this movie's actually kind of dope, bruh. Yeah. Shout out to Guardians of the Galaxy though, man. I like it, bro. And they gave us it's some potential afterwards that we could go some couple places with this thing, man.
A fourth.
You, we got some options, man. We got a lot of
or a new Avengers saga.
Like you got multiple ways you can go with it. That's the fun part right now, man. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but yeah.
828 Style. No one else will get thrown a pass if AB plays. And if the QB don't throw AB 95% of the time, he will be cut immediately.
Like, I seriously wonder, like, how I don't think he actually does it, bro. I don't see this actually happening. This AB we talking about, bro.
He shouldn't.
Like, you're not. Why would you're about to risk injury first off? For how much money? Like, what did we talk about first? Let's start there, okay? You are a multi-million-dollar product. When you step on that field, you supposed to get paid the big bucks, okay? We won't do this pro bono. Remember the Joker told us that if you're good at something, you don't do it for free, okay? But man, arena, that field hit different when you hit that ground. You feel me?
It's just a train wreck.
Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even trying to like downplay the arena league because I do respect it. I know people that have done it, have had to work their way through arena to make it back or potentially make it to the NFL. So it's like
make a living.
Yeah, seriously, man. A ton of respect for a guy like AB though. That's the difference. So it's like we're talking about you as an owner, right? It's like, man, I don't know, man.
And the best receiver in the league for the time he was
seriously,
here.
Man. Like we're talking about you as arguably one of the greatest. But I will take this over other headlines. So we should actually applaud this. You know what, AB? I am happy for you, baby. Keep playing. Show up to more games. As long as you're doing that, yeah, it's a positive headline. It's not negative. So I'm all for it, man.
So that is it for the Supers right now. And we're sitting at 6 o'clock.
Well, you know what, man? We're actually good. I was going to say two things real quick. Number one, the irony. We had the overlay done today. I shouted out Dom because Dom put the new little TG at 5. I was like, oh, yeah, man. That's clean. I like this. And then TG don't even pull up. Wow, man.
This is the first time he's ever done
this. This is actually the first time. You're right. And
that's bad, bro.
That's why I feel like it definitely is something. Probably like phone lost, broken, or something serious because this is TG we be talking about. This papata, though. So I will find out what is going on with the homie when we get up out of this thing, man. Because, I even text me, he ain't text me back. Because I'm like, yeah, he always texts back.
Well, like you said, I mean, first priority, let's just hope he's good.
Yeah, make sure he's good. Make sure he's good, man. But, that was the first thing. But, yeah, shout out to TG. 6 o'clock is straight because little man got a game tonight.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying? So, we not tripping. We not tripping, baby. Take your time. I won't see anything else coming in. Yeah, so we should be good. Ryan McChrist said, open the phone lines. See, I was waiting for that tomorrow. That's a Thursday thing. You feel me? Because who's supposed to be on the phone lines today, Deke? Who talks on the phone on Wednesdays?
It's TG Wednesdays.
It's TG Wednesdays. So phone line Thursdays is for y'all tomorrow. All right? For tomorrow, we got to hear about how y'all felt about the schedule release. We ain't hear that. Okay? What y'all early predictions are. Wins, losses, and all that good stuff. Favorite offseason edition. When they hear y'all talk that talk. But that's for tomorrow, okay? So, yeah, TG's supposed to be on the one on the phone right now. But anywho.
Well, I got one more, actually. A2H Style says, the only person that will get paid off AB plays will be AB that game.
Big facts. Does anybody get paid if he gets hurt? Or if he has a bad game? Because I think that's the other part. Or if they lose. Because AB going to feel like they ain't supposed to lose. They're supposed to win by 1,000. Yeah. Don't piss off the boss, man. That's got to be awkward, man. I couldn't imagine, like, why you put me in this position, man? I feel like I got to throw you the ball. If you're the quarterback, you got to throw him the ball. If you look anywhere else on that field, man, you're fired. He's not going to pay you. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to see this at all. Yeah. I don't.
Last question before we go.
It's gimmick. It's like T.O. and the fan control.
Are you going to tune in for it? Because we watched the highlights from the T.O. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch the highlights afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll hear what people got to say about it. I'm not watching it.
Hell yeah, no. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I like it there, man. I like it. Well, like I said, man, that will do it for today then, man. We will spin the block for you guys tomorrow. And like I said, man, those phone lines will be open. Like they're supposed to be on Thursday, especially this time of year. We know during the season we don't always open them because we got a ton of stuff going, when it's in season game, stuff like that. But we definitely open up the phone lines tomorrow, man. Give you guys a chance to tap in, man. Talk a little talk, all right? But with that being the case, man, y'all stay safe out there. Keep the positive energy flowing. And remember, mostly love everybody. Mostly love everybody. All right? See, y'all hit that like button, subscribe one time, and until next time, baby.
Peace.